Hello, my name is Kafui Dey, and my guest is a super producer, sound engineer, and ordained pastor known as Kaywa, but on his Ghana card, I'm sure it's David Che. I lie. What's on your Ghana
Yes,
card?
sir. David Koyote.
That's it, because
Yes,
you're
sir.
Monday
Yes, sir.
born.
Yes, Monday born.
Who were you named after?
My dad.
The dad was David.
No, I mean David is
Okay.
like my dad just gave me David.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can openly say I was named after my dad because even though he was not called David, he loved the name David, and then he was Kojo. Because that's where the thing is.
So that's where it comes from.
Yes.
Let's take it way back to your earliest memory as a human being on this beautiful
Yes,
earth.
sir.
What do you remember earliest in your life?
Yeah, I mean 5 years playing drums with my mom's cooking utensil.
Okay.
Like playing well, accurately.
Really? On time?
On time.
So what were you using? What utensils were you using? Frying pan?
Frying pan can be the snare, and then maybe you get some big pans to be the toms.
Okay.
And then some, of course, the top, what the other people, because they need to call it, to be the cymbals. And then, playing.
What were your drumsticks?
Oh, usually spoons.
very, very metallic sound.
Spoons. Yeah, and sometimes sticks also. I cut sticks, and then I play with.
What was your mother's reaction to you using her cooking utensils to make music?
Oh, of course. Every mother will show you that I'm not happy. So there are times she will beat me. There's sometimes she will also, report me to my dad, And so it was not, for me, it wasn't a good feeling because I'm not sure she was expecting that, So I along the line, she got to also understand that, listen, this is something coming out of this guy, and it's better not to take it away from him. So she had to leave it for me to do it. So I graduated to her buckets, and then...
Why do you think you were drawn to drums to begin with?
Apparently, when I was little, anytime I heard music, on TV, radio, etc., I play, I'll play, jump on the table or something and play, so that's how basically. And not until I grew up and I realized that a great drummer was in my father's house. That was my uncle. Yeah, he played Ohuru's band.
Okay, this is a big band.
Big band. He was the first drummer to play Uhuru band, Beniche. So so I realized that's where I actually took it from. So when I heard that news, then it took me to the next level.
There's a connection somewhere.
Yeah, big connection.
What was your family like growing up?
Yeah,
how many were you?
7.
And you were number
6.
Okay, so you have how many? Brothers, sisters?
Yeah, we are 3 brothers, 4 sisters, but now we are, of course, 2 brothers. One is no more, and then 4 sisters. Yeah, very lovely family. We love to understand and we love to come into your case, So I remember the times that my father would call for a meeting. I don't remember the particular day, but he used to make sure that everybody is on track. My father, when he gave birth to you, the first thing he will do at the hospital is that he will come with a name. And then number 2, he will make sure that whatever he wants you to become on earth, he puts that in you right from that state or that place. So my father will also, because of that, he will make sure he follows. And whatever you have to do, not want to do.
Have to do.
Have to do. So,
was he successful? Because you have 6 siblings. Was he successful in... Well, he'll give you the name. You can't do anything about that. But was he successful in making sure that this person became that?
Maybe but one. My own... He wanted me to be a lawyer.
You were the only one who didn't do what he wanted to do.
Then I'm sure my sister, I'm not too sure about my little sister, but me, he said, this one's a lawyer.
What were the other professions he had given the other people?
No. My big brother took after him, chartered accountant.
Okay.
My big sister is a professor. One is a lawyer. They didn't practice though. and one is also, I mean, doctor, big names.
So he kind of prophesied into your lives that this is what you're going to do.
Yeah, and so he expected me to be a lawyer, and then, unfortunately.
Did you tell him that you were not going to be a lawyer?
I remember when I was in secondary school, pre-sec, and then when he came, I think we're graduating, and then he said, listen, you're leaving school, the next stage is to go to the university. What do you want to become in the near future, or coming future?
Right on campus, you were
Right on campus. I remember we went out, house 8. I just came out, packed myself into the car. And I said, I want to be a sound engineer. And he said, say that again. I said, oh, sound engineer. And he said, he's head of electrical engineer, chemical engineer, mechanical engineer, all the engineers. What is sound engineer? Tell me you want to go and play band. Then I will understand. But even that, I would never have allowed that to happen. Because I realized that, my father, he followed his big brother pretty well. And what happened to his big brother was that he was a musician. Yeah, he was successful when he was old. Like he had gone through a lot of stages in life, until he went to the US, and then he had his recording studio, very huge. I think Isaac Hayes bought that recording studio after he passed.
Okay.
But he didn't really enjoy, over here, he was like a drummer, you get me? And then, so my father was the opposite, like going to the university to be a banker, so my father looked or watched him go through, and musicians, you suffer small.
Yeah.
So my father saw all that, and so I'm sure he vowed that none of his kids will go through that or go on that tangent. Unfortunately, I took it.
Do you think he was trying to protect you from?
No, of course. At that time, every parent would want to make sure that their sons or daughters are not going wayward. You understand? So, yeah, I mean, he had a plan. Like I said, when he has a plan, he makes sure that the plan comes to pass.
Was he a forceful person?
Pretty forceful. He was a hardworking man. When you say forceful, like he forced you to do what you have to do. Yeah. My father was, he plays around a lot also, but he will make sure that's done. There are times that he will call you at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and sit on your bed and tell you that, what are you doing with your life?
2 a.m.?
Oh, yeah, 3 a.m. and talk to you. What are you doing with your life? What is your plan? So sometimes it will look like your life isn't going anywhere. Your expectations are not being met. And then he will come and add that one too, So and when all your mates are like going at that, then you are staying there, But I just knew what I wanted to become, and it was not easy, but I had to push through.
Did you do well in the SHS?
Yeah, pretty.
So you could have continued if you wanted.
Of course, pretty well, and then obviously the next stage was to go.
Yeah. What were your favorite subjects in secondary school?
Government, and then. I did government, history.
You like history?
Oh, what? Okay. And I love to read a lot in those times, but I'm not sure now.
You're reading more music now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's just take it back a bit. So, what kind of boy were you? I mean, number 6 out of 7 is like you have all these people ahead of you. Yeah. Were they bullying you a lot because you were younger?
No, I had brothers who would always look out for you. Look out for you also, and they would also push you. To date, my big brother is like, he's always pushing you to become what you have to become. I remember when he called one day and said, are you stopping like music production because now you're moving into becoming a pastor, etc. I said, no. He said, listen, there's a lot of potential in there, don't leave it. So to date, he does that.
So he's always had your back?
Always had my back, always.
How about the one who passed?
Yeah, that one was like the Rambo.
For real?
When they beat you, you can't beat them some.
We did the killer like that. You did the killer like that in the house. Were you naughty though?
I was not. I was quiet. But I was unassuming. You cannot predict me.
Even from primary school days?
Oh yeah.
Where did you go to primary school?
St. Paul's Methodist.
Which part of town is that?
Community 5.
Okay, in Tema?
Yeah, Tema.
You're Tema guy?
1, rather.
Community 1.
So it's just opposite Community 5. So
okay.
Tema, yeah. Yeah, back in school, I was a master drummer, and I had a band called Che Menu Brass Band.
For real?
Yeah, so when everybody's quiet in the classroom, I'll gather everybody and then, give you some music.
Where's the menu coming from? Because I know you're a
Well, one of a friend, they just named me Che Menu. I don't know where that was coming from. So you know, we kept at it, and then back in those days, it was just, and they'll come and punish you at school
For making the noise.
for making the noise. So, and I never stopped also, because music was. Anytime I hear music from anywhere, listen, I can be here and hear music from several miles. I walk and then go and follow up. Usually you hear the bass and the drum.
Yes.
Yeah.
The rhythm section is.
The more you follow, it's going.
What did your mother make of? I mean, you destroyed her buckets and her pots. But what kind of mother was she to you when you were growing up?
Awesome mother. My mom always told my siblings, "This is my favorite son," and so they all know that.
How did they make them feel though? Because if she comes out openly and says it,
they understood.
They were not jealous.
No. You know why? Because I think that all of them went through my father's channel, sort of. And then this one, we're still trying to get him to, you know. So the times that my mom would try and then say, maybe you have to travel, she would do. My mom did everything possible for me to be successful. She actually gave up her shop, you know, for me to, you know, start my recording studio in that shop.
What was her job? What did she do?
My mom, trader. She had been selling for a very long time.
What kind of stuff?
Oh, everything, usually food. You know, so in her shop in Accra, and then she had one also in Tema.
Like provisions?
Provisions in wholesale.
Okay.
You know, she was doing very well, you know. Yeah, so when she got to a point, she said, "Listen, I'm leaving the shop, take it." And then, you know.
So what did you do with the shop? Because you're not a trader.
Of course. So I had to now convert into a recording studio. And yes, and unfortunately for me,
the one in Tema?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I started. You know, just behind my studio was my father's window. So you can tell me what's going to happen. My father will let me know when to start work and when to close. And usually we close when everybody is there, when people have come. And you know, in those days when they hear some of the things I did, I mean, you hear people calling you, Charlie, I want to come and record with you and stuff like that. And they come, and at the time that it's becoming so nice. And you hear my father shout from the window, "Hey, David, one point, close."
If close.
So we had no choice and they close. And sometimes he says, "I've been working all my life, I need to rest." You know, yes. And my soundproof was not like,
yes, it was
so
the
beginning. You hear the bass alone.
You hear it, shake the house. Do you what was the relationship between your father and your mother vis-a-vis you? I mean, did they get into fights because of you?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes my father will think that my mom was supporting me. There were times my father said, "If this is what you want to do, I don't have anything to do with you again."
Really?
Oh yeah, but my mom was like, no. You and my dad got interested in what I'm doing when he realized that my production was on BBC. You know, his favorite radio station is BBC. So usually he would leave his bedroom, come to the living room, listen to BBC, you know. So, you know, when you're mixing a song, you need to stop, play.
Yes.
So I kept disturbing him with a song, Maktonto, and then Samini.
Osibisa.
Yes, it was Manu Maktonto and Samini.
Okay, so a collaboration.
Yes, I mixed it. So, yeah, I mean, he kept hearing. Sometimes we send the mate servants go and stop him. He's disturbing, or bring it down.
Because when you're mixing, you're trying to get the levels, right?
Yeah. So there are times you need to go very low. Sometimes you need to open the volume.
Yeah.
And when he's tired, he's close. And then, you know, we had that. And so one of the days he was on BBC listening to his regular BBC show, and then he hears this song. And he was like, I think I've heard this before somewhere. So he sends the maid servant to come get me. Now I get to my father and say, I've heard you play this in the studio before. And I said, oh yeah, I mixed it. I was even fascinated to hear that he was listening to the channel BBC and my song was playing on BBC.
Did you know your song was being played?
No, I knew that, of course, if it's Maktonto, you should expect that it will go anywhere and everywhere. So, but when it got on BBC, and my father's favorite is BBC, that's when he called his favorite friends. I remember he called a friend called Dr. Mable at General Hospital. and said, Dr. Mable, has any of your sons done anything that has gone viral before or international?
What a switch.
And then, listen to BBC right now. My son's song
It's
is
right
on
there.
Yeah. And right there, he wanted to be in it. He will
How?
he calls my siblings to help him. Whatever he needs, get for him. Because now the guy is doing international. The Ghanaian
And he switched.
Yeah, immediately.
It was permanent?
Permanent. Well, permanent. He loved what I was doing.
You have to thank Samini and McClinton.
Permanent. He just loved it. Just loved it.
How do you react to this switch?
I was like, hey, you see? I tell you. Say I go do now I do
That was a good moment.
Yeah. Because I badly wanted to prove him wrong. Of course, you see the narrative, and I think we're discussing this before we got on here, that the kind of orientation we've received or had ever since we were young is that anything creative art should be the last option in your son's or your daughter's life.
It's for riffraffs, it's for vagabonds.
So for some parents, when your son, your daughter is coming up and you see, him or her having such traits, you're like, this one, I have to stop it. And so we're oriented to think that was, and I don't blame them. It has become the Ghanaian, I don't know about other places.
It's an African thing.
No, there's a change.
You think Ghana is different, right?
Because Nigeria has changed, But Ghana, if you don't become a doctor, a lawyer,
or engineer,
the
Trinity,
yes,
of professions.
So now, when it shifts into maybe second stage, maybe something that maybe a teacher, maybe
nurse.
they're a nurse, and the final is that no, the last one is no, maybe this guy,
it's a bamboy,
yeah,
very derogatory way of
footballers,
okay.
So anything you do, creative arts. But I realized that I did a bit of study on this, and I realized that it is only in the creative arts that those we are looking up to, the whites, take more serious. I was trying to go to Leeds College of Music, and around that time, this was like 97, 98. 98, it was about.
You had finished school then?
Yes.
You finished secondary school by then?
Yes, I had to pay about almost £15,000 just to go to music college. And I remember my dad didn't understand why it was that expensive. I was a band, yeah.
Just go and do your thing.
Yeah, and it was more expensive than somebody going to the medical school. And I checked Berkeley College of Music. And I remember it was around $46,000.
Very expensive.
Yes. And then to become a doctor was rather maybe $30,000. So I realized that they took that more serious. Look at our university right now. When these white people come, what do they learn now in universities?
It's the music stuff.
Yes.
Dance music.
Yeah. And we laugh.
Dondology.
Yeah, dondology. But if you've been part of creative art, that's where the money is.
So.
Yes.
So African parents, Ghanaian parents need to reorient.
Yeah. And I
do you think it's happening now? With the younger generation?
I think that it's changing. It's a bit slow. I remember a late woman brought her son, to my studio, and then it was like, listen, I want my son to become like you, or to be like you. I was like, this woman, and she was like, no, that's all I want him to be, a sound engineer.
You couldn't believe it,
I couldn't believe it. In our days.
No,
never. So I think that it's getting better. However, we could do it better. We could allow, music is not bad. And wherever you find yourself music, in a day, you can hear music from all sorts of places. In your car, at your office.
Even the birds are providing us with music.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Politicians are,
without
jingles and everything.
Yeah.
I guess the point where we think that this one is for Charlie, when we want to chill, that's when we get music. But, that's, far from it. Classical music, high life music, and we're talking about high life music when we came in.
It's everywhere.
Over here in Ghana, we don't crown a high life king.
No.
But in Nigeria, there's a high life king.
They do.
Nigerians took it from Ghana.
Yes.
But they took it more serious than ours.
Why do you think it's like that? Why do you think we
So I think
we don't run with these things?
Yeah, Ghanaians do well outside. We don't do well here. You know what made?
But you're doing well here.
Oh, yeah, but you are seeing it. When this whole Ghana must go, if you followed properly, you realize that it was because Ghanaians were taking over their industries. Yeah. We were their
teachers,
music.
Yeah.
That's when Abrichi, Bakofi, Sami, all those people were there and they were making. So that's how Ghana music infiltrated. Yeah. Ghana, everything infiltrated. Now,
even Fela came here and did stuff before he did Afrobeat.
Yes, sir. And I hear that even when they want to employ anybody, they were looking out for Ghanaians first. Because Ghanaians were serious workers, and then so they'd rather give an opportunity to a Ghanaian than a Nigerian. And then they realized that we had taken over, and they said, listen, let's sack these people because they were taking over. And the only way we can do this is that when they go out, then we close our borders and then we consume ours.
Yeah.
So if it's not good, I remember I used to go to Nigeria to mix music for Don Jazzy and the rest.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I realized that they forgive me, but they didn't have a very solid sound quality there. They were coming up and they were looking up to Ghana
for the quality of sound.
Yes, sir. So I realized that they were like, no, listen, the best thing to do is like, let's these guys go consume what you have. And the more we consume, the more we fix our eyes on it, and then we correct where we're supposed to.
To a large extent, it still happens because they don't import a lot of stuff like the way we import.
No, of course.
They keep everything local.
Of course. I remember I went to Nigeria and I was listening to a song with Wande Cole, and then I think it was the Banj and his brother. We're in a car and they were playing on one radio station. They were playing "Allow Me to Kiss Your Hand." And I was like, wow, I'm hearing Ghana music. They played till a certain point when Mugis was going to come in, or they changed the thing. Oh, Masa, you want to hear the Nigerian man sing that thing? You say, and they said, listen, here,
they keep it tight.
It actually said it's a law. It's not. It's a law for you to
promote Nigerian content.
Nigerian content.
Yeah, above others.
Above others.
Yeah.
So some said 70-30, some said 90-10. Make sure that, we push Nigerian agenda. And then see what they are doing right now. They pursued it, that they have the best sound right now with good videos for want of a better word.
So it's like a deliberate thing.
Deliberate. You should realize that if you're not deliberate, if you don't place premium on what you want to see change, it'll be difficult. But yeah. And that's what I think we should be looking at.
I like the way you've gone all the way to like the present and into the future.
Yes.
But I'm going to take you back.
Right.
So you finished secondary school.
Yeah.
And you told your father you're going to be a sound engineer.
Yeah. Then he said, no. Then he said, listen, you're on your own. So I remember I was just going from one corner to the other, looking for, and there were no music schools in Ghana.
But then you were playing more than just drums, right?
Yeah, I was playing everything. In pre-sec, I was playing everything. I was playing classical. Nobody taught me how to play. I can listen to somebody play, and I'll play, and I'll even improvise. I was playing drums. At times we formed the school band.
What was the band called?
I've forgotten the name, but something minister. Oh, we're doing well. We're going everywhere.
You play guitar?
Oh, everything.
Bass?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who were your music heroes back then? Because it just reminds me of Zap. Zap plays everything.
Yeah. So yeah.
Did you know him?
I remember when I was in Form 1 or Form 2, and Zap was in Art Studio in Tema.
Yes.
And there were times that when I asked when he comes to the studio, because he was like a star producer.
Of course. Yeah.
And I will sometimes go and wait for him because when he comes and then enters the studio, he does not come out.
Yeah, professional.
So I just wanted to see him. I'll go and stand there and look at him. I told him this before. Just wait for Zap Mallet, and then he'll come, tall man, stout, and then he will hail you. And then I said, wow, this is Zap Mallet. So yeah, I looked up to Zap a lot because he was versatile. He could do everything. And I really wanted to become like him. Basically.
So there was a Chemenu brass band.
Yes.
And then in secondary school, you had a school band.
School band.
Okay.
We had a brass band.
A brass band too?
Yeah, with the Pokuamu.
Okay.
Daniel Pogomu was, and I remember the brass band. One funny thing,
So you played brass instruments too?
yeah. So this
Which ones you played?
is how I learned how to play the trumpet. We're drummers. I was a drummer.
Hold on. So what can you not play?
A bit of everything. A bit of everything. Even the violin, a bit of it.
Crazy.
I remember when we...
All self-taught?
Oh, yeah. Self-taught. Self-taught.
You don't have a music teacher?
No. Bro, you see, what helped me also, there was this music school there's a Ghanaian music school right in front of our house. And sometimes I go and sit down, watch them play.
You're not paying for the lessons, though? You're not paying for the lessons?
No. And it was even illegal for me because I had to do that without my father knowing.
Yes.
But I was just watching, looking out and how it's done. And then gradually, that's how I learned how to play the keyboards, gradually. And then I watch people play the bit, how they put their fingers on the frets.
Would you say you're like a visual learner?
Yeah,
or
visual learner.
You watch?
I watch and I do. I mean, if like playing classical music, you need to at least have an idea, how to read. But I just listen to people play. Play 1, 2, 3 times. Let me just soak it small. I come and play it.
Which means you have like a very good memory for music?
I have a bad memory. Okay, so for music.
For music?
Yes.
But a bad memory for other things?
Other things, yeah.
Names and things?
I can promise you, if I don't come back into remember,
so you have a good memory for music?
Music, because I really, really took it serious. Very, very, very serious.
So the sound engineering, who taught you that?
Yeah. So now this is what, one day I'm in my house and then...
Here in Tema?
Tema, yeah.
Okay.
After I'd received some bashing from my old man. Because everybody had left. It was just me and my father at home. Everybody was gone to school. My big siblings were out of
And your schoolmates were at that time, where were those who you finished with? Where were they?
To the university,
they were in the university
and stuff like that. And me, my university was a home university. Me and my father in the house, and then...
Did you feel you were being left behind?
Of course.
Compared to your friends?
You feel a lot of weight on you.
And when they met you in Tema, what would they ask you?
Oh, there's a way that thing.
How they would greet you?
They go watch you some style. But what's happening to you? And there are times my friends will come to my house and my father will use them as an example. Look at your friend. He is doing very well.
While your friend is there?
Yeah, my father will give it to you. Yeah, and I think he knew what he was doing because every parent will do that. But me, I said, no, So, yeah, I was in the house and then thinking, what next? Usually I'll go to the church. I was a little boy. I used to play drums in Gateway Baptist Church.
Okay.
Baptist Church. Sometimes when I had to give my father lunch, when I give him lunch, I'll just go to the church. Sometimes pray, sometimes play. Practice with the keyboard a little bit, and then.
Were you happy then, or you were getting sad that things were not happening?
Happy, sad. But I was excited because I was improving on what I was doing. So I wasn't really sad. I wasn't really happy, but I saw improvement. The only time I become sad is when people start asking you, "What's happening to your life?" What's happening?
Who were your buddies at that time?
Well,
friends?
Schoolmates, and then some, yeah. Usually those were older than you, and then tell me, what are you doing with your life? Even with a church, sometimes they'll ask.
Even the church guys?
Oh, no, when you go to church, usually a certain year, I mean, if you've all finished secondary school, you expect that you're all going to school, and then only you are still here. Why are you here? You know what I mean? What is wrong? What's happening to you?
What would be your response?
Yeah, usually it's very sad. Usually like, wow, Charlie. Or, okay.
What did you tell them?
Oh, there are plans to travel.
But were you planning to travel?
Yeah, that episode.
I want to hear it.
That episode is very... my mom wanted me to become... Yeah, so there were times that she would push. She wanted to take me to Japan.
Why Japan?
Oh, my brother was there.
Oh, you had a brother there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to Japan. It did not work.
What was he doing in Japan?
My brother, a very successful guy in Japan.
Okay.
He has his own business.
He's still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Okay. He's married a Japanese woman?
Yeah.
Okay. You have Japanese nephews and nieces?
Yeah.
But you've never been to Japan?
No, I was there.
Oh, you went to Japan?
Oh. I knew you want to say. I went there, it didn't work. I had to come back.
What was Japan like when
Beautiful.
you stepped there the first time?
I mean, like, I had not seen anything like that.
Which city?
Beautiful.
Which city?
Oh, Osaka.
You went to Osaka.
My brother was in Osaka, so.
Did you have a culture shock? Were you shocked? What shocked you about
I
Japan?
was exceedingly. I saw police people who were like, over here in those days, you don't see a policeman with guns on them, and so you see a policeman gun, and I remember there's one thing I saw. Welcome to Japan. It was just in the air. It was as if nothing was holding it. It's like, hey, what country with this? But I was not really. I didn't really enter Japan.
Okay.
I'm not sure you understand me.
You were deported?
It didn't happen. So I had to reverse. Yeah.
Break it down for me. You got to the airport and you couldn't...
No. I said I was a student. And they asked me what I do. I said, I'm coming to do business.
Your story was just messed up, man. Back to Ghana.
Back to Ghana.
That long trip.
Yeah.
What were you thinking about when you were on the plane? Going back?
No, it was nice because I sort of knew that I didn't belong to Japan.
How long did you spend before they sent you back?
About sort of a week. Because
it's a week in Japan.
It was back and forth. You can't be there. And now to come back, and...
How do people see you as a black guy in the area?
Or you see a kid, a little child behind the mom's back or something, like, they'll start crying when they see you.
Just crying like that?
Yeah, and there were times...
You're not making faces at the baby?
No. There was time I was like on the computer and then somebody comes and goes like, checks, puts his hand.
Compare them.
Charlie, this guy, that guy.
Just like that?
Yeah, because we're not black people. Before you see a black man, So when I was coming, the feeling was that, I knew it would not work. I don't belong here. And on the other hand...
But what was your plan though, David? What were you going to do in Japan?
I'm for Ghana.
So you're going to do anything, but the music dream was there, wasn't it?
It was there. And so you see, it got to a point where you had to do anything to be okay. So, let me try this. Let me try this.
Okay.
Let me try this. And so when the Japan idea came, I tried it. But when it didn't work, I was like, listen.
Who paid for that trip?
My mom.
Wow.
Mom. My brother also, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my mom would sell everything. Well, I remember she went to sew some 3-piece suit for me.
To step into Japan. What color, man?
It was cream.
Cream.
Like this color. And when I'm coming,
like this.
Like a ninja.
Charlie, because you're dark.
Have you watched The Highlander before? That guy with the big jacket.
Yeah. That was you.
My jacket was
like a tunic all the way here. On boots or what?
And here I was wearing combat. My mom dressed me.
Militant.
And I was holding a bag with documents. I'm coming to do business. Confused guy.
I can't believe this, man.
I God had a plan, because, and I felt that, listen, so God, what are you going to do there?
So you landed in Kotoka?
Yeah.
Who met you?
Yeah, my mom.
Okay.
Oh, she was like, oh, don't worry, I'm your mother.
Oh, she wasn't disappointed or anything?
No, she wasn't. My mom was she's dead now. So when I started talking about her, I got emotional.
Yeah.
But my mom was like, I'm behind you. Whatever, however it will work.
And did she pass on your birthday?
Yeah, on my birthday.
Whoa.
On the day I was born, the day she actually gave birth to me.
That's the day that she passed away.
Yeah.
So these days, when you celebrate your birthdays, what's it like, man? Because you will be forced to think about mommy.
It's not easy. So what I did was that I took her birthday also. So my mom I think it's October 10th. Mm-hmm. So I took that, and so when it's October 10th, I celebrate my birthday.
Okay.
And I celebrate. So I have 2 birthdays in a year.
Officially.
But it's not easy because
when did you know that she had passed?
And I was there right there in the hospital when she passed. And I remember when the doctor said it's not easy and we should expect that she'll go. They were trying to, save or on life support. Mm-hmm. And I prayed to God that my mom should not die on my birthday. Because my birthday was approaching. you know. And so and I remember it was Thursday, and when I, you know, went to the hospital, went to the hospital on Wednesday. It was on a Thursday morning. I dressed up and then went to the hospital. Whilst we're going, I just knew what was going to happen because I heard it.
You heard it?
Yeah.
What did you hear?
Oh, I hear.
You heard her talking to you?
No, I heard it. When I say I heard it, I felt it in me. She was fast. I was telling God, no.
Well, you felt cold? I mean, how did you feel?
I said, my mom should not go today. I mean, it should be any other day, not today. You know. So, yeah. So, got to the hospital once. The doctors came and they were like, listen, everybody go out. And I realized she was struggling to breathe. And then I saw her take a last breath. And then she didn't breathe again. So I just knew she had gone. So I went to the lobby with my siblings. And then before they came to break the news, I just knew that
She was gone.
She was my best friend.
For real?
Yeah, she was. My mom was hard on me. She was soft on me. She was everything on me.
And she supported the career.
Yeah, there were times that she would, but she would come biggest fan. My mom, I remember when I produced Castro again, featuring Baby
Jet.
Oh man, she would dance with it.
She loved that song.
Oh gosh. And this one also, Castro featuring Asamoah Gyan.
Yes.
The other one, the highlight featuring Kofi Kenata. You know, and then Bisake de Mansa. That was her favorite.
That was her song.
Favorite.
Was she a Mansa?
No, she was not. But she just loved the
song. She loved the song. She loved the vibe.
You know, so my mom would go like, she was always like, for week a crash.
Okay, some production advice.
Oh, she knew what she when book a crash. You know.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So you came out from Japan. She met you. She wasn't disappointed.
Wasn't at all.
So what was the next level?
Yeah, next level is like I told you, I was not sad. I was not happy because the only unhappy part of the narrative is that I'm coming back to the same system. What are you doing? Same system where they look down upon you because you are not doing what?
Did you tell a lot of people that you were going abroad?
No. In those days, don't tell people I'm traveling. Hey!
So nobody could feel your pain when you came back?
What did you...
Your dad know though?
Yeah. Okay, so you see, my dad knew I was going. And then when I came back, he said, welcome home.
What was his face when he said welcome home?
Oh, welcome. I remember when I got home, he was like this. And I said, I'm back. I said, oh, welcome home.
How do you feel with this remark? Did you feel welcomed?
Yeah. I mean, but you see, while I was growing, I was like, I'll prove my father wrong.
So that was the motivation.
I said, I would do well. I would do this and my father will. So that was a motivation. So, you know.
So back from Japan, do you have your own studio at that time?
No, I did not.
So post Japan, what was the move?
Still trying to. And that's when I got a call from, not a call. Was there a call? Yes, it was not a call. I was like in the house and then somebody knocks at the gate and he say, when I open, it says, hello. So who are you? I said, oh, my name is Kujo. Can I have a word with you? So I go out and say, oh, I came from America and then I would want to start a recording school. You know, I studied in Berkeley. I studied in, you know, hey, this one, what I couldn't do. So God has brought that person to you. So he said, I heard you're a good drummer, a good keyboard player, and I just set up my studio, you know, so can you come around? Let's try and do something. When I heard that, I just told my father, I'm coming right now. So we walked a few meters from, we were living in Community 11, that was Community 10. So we got to the studio. The guy loved reggae. All right, he was like a reggae artist. You know, so when we got to the studio, first thing we produced 2 songs.
That day?
Oh, I played the drums. And then I played.
Was it one drop kind of reggae?
One drop reggae, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One drop. And then I came, no, we were multi-tracking. So I played the drum.
Okay.
Then I come and play the keyboards and he plays the lead guitar, he plays the bass, he sings.
Can you remember the song?
Jesus, you're my king. You're my majesty. You're my Lord of Lords. One of them.
You just proved that you have a music memory.
I know, right?
This is almost 30 years ago, right?
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah, I check.
Yeah.
You know, so, and we're just doing music. I was so happy.
These were his songs.
His songs. And the guy had knowledge. And he was starting a school. I was like, Charlie,
The right environment for you.
so the Vim come. I'll show this my people that what I want to do has come to me. So the times I'll sleep there.
In the studio.
Yeah, I mean, when I want something, I go for it. So I virtually go there clean, you know, because it was in the house. I mean, spent a lot of time there, you know, served just to become what I wanted to become. And I was fulfilled because I realized that I was getting what I, you know, because in those, even though I didn't have a recording studio, there were times that this guy called Kwame Naka, he's passed. I'll just go into a studio and go and play small, you know, and then.
But then, were you doing sound engineering? No. Were you?
Like I said, I see what.
And then you do.
So I just could program.
Okay. So you learned that.
Do, you know, in those Atari.
Okay.
You know, 8-track, you know. So I just could do it. So anywhere I found myself, I will adopt. And so, but this was like the first time I'm going to go through this is kick, why snare, why this frequency, why do you have to lower this?
Was he teaching you this stuff?
Yes.
Okay, because he had the knowledge.
Yes.
So that was your teacher.
Sharp. And so along the line, other people joined. Yeah. And so.
Did the school happen?
Yeah, it happened.
So were you teaching?
Bell Bottom Recording Studio.
Bell Bottom. The big trousers.
Yeah.
Big bar. 70 stack.
Yeah, but so the recording studio was a school as well.
Was he far older than you?
No, he was not. A bit older than me.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
So that continues?
Yeah, and then I know what I'm doing, you know. So I had to now try and then have my own setup. So, but it was not easy. I could leave Tema to Adenta to work in the studio. There was a man who only recorded his songs.
He didn't record anybody else's songs?
No. Only his songs.
What kind of songs was he?
High life. And we can be in the studio for 1 week just recording his songs, you know, basically. So I was there.
Were you getting paid for all of this stuff?
You see, I was not even looking at the money. And till date, anybody who's worked with me knows that I'm not about the money. I'm about the joy of producing music. So even, you know, how to monetize music, how to, you know, what you have as publishing. And it was just recently I got myself involved in it. I was just happy about, you know, and so I wanted to make my father proud.
So that was the guiding thing.
I'll change the narrative.
So Adenta goes on, then what happens from Adenta?
Yeah. So now this guy comes in. Okay, so after that, this good OT, the guy who taught me, you know. Yeah, so gradually, one day I was there and a friend of mine who had gone to the US phoned and said, you cry. I was there and I had some strong feeling that you may need some few things to do your studio. Hey, you see, yeah. So I was like, wow, yeah, because I'd been praying for that. Okay. There was also a prayer that prayer don't work or doesn't work. Yeah. I was praying, God, bring me a helper. Let somebody help me to do this, because around that time my father wasn't prepared to put any money into you. My mom was trying. So this guy bought me stuff. And then I remember my mom bought me my computer.
What type?
About HP. You know the
big ones?
HP with the big
big
yes,
head.
Man. You know.
New one?
Brand new.
Nice.
And you see, my mom went to America. My mom carried it from America. You know, my siblings were, oh, this is jar, we can bring it. I said, no, my son has to do this.
The Yankee one.
Yeah, so it was like a baggage. And that was all the way from America to Ghana. So I had a setup.
What keyboard were you using then?
Oh, some MIDI keyboard, Eddie Roll. Small MIDI keyboard. Yeah. M-Module, small monitors.
Some small monitors?
Yeah, small M-Module sound card. And then some Samsung microphone B.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember all that.
Did you have a mixer board back then?
Hey, mixer, for where?
Too much.
No. I go too high.
So how did you mix your music after you recorded?
No, so music was more digital.
Uh-huh.
So we're moving into digital. So Cubase can give you
Everything.
multi-tracking, so you can mix
and everything.
track by track and all that.
So you set up and then
Yeah.
where was the studio happen? At home?
It was in our boys' quarters,
Okay.
my father's house, boys' quarters. So
The one which is close to his father's his room.
No.
Okay.
At that time, my mom had not released her. So the boys' quarters, play small, and then
Was there soundproof?
no. Oh no.
Were people singing vocals?
Oh yeah.
Who did you record first?
Church people. I was doing church music,
Okay.
get church people to record stuff like that. But I was not getting the big gigs.
Okay.
I tried to get the big gigs, and then I remember when I went to a church. I used to teach music in the church also.
Okay. So do you read now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
So you were teaching music? Okay.
So I went to church and I, told the pastor that, listen, I have a studio and I want to record the church choir. He said, oh, that's awesome. Then when can we do this? I'm so happy to, because at least I felt that I'm going to the next level.
Yeah, man.
The next time the pastor calls me and said, where's your studio? I said, Tema. He said, Tema. Is there a studio in Tema? Tema. No. You'd rather let the choir record in Accra, not Tema. Because Tema, unless it's an art studio, it was very expensive.
Yeah, that was a big.
Yeah,
Where's that used to work?
Yeah, very expensive. So I lost that contract.
Did you continue the marketing efforts?
I did not stop. I never relented. I kept pushing,
You went to another church?
Other church, but I didn't get the opportunity until I started working from nowhere, a secular artist. That's when they started coming in.
Who came first?
Memory.
I know your memory is for music.
Yeah. But I remember some Newtown artists be Achele.
Tell me Newtown. Yeah, man. What kind of vibe? What was the vibe? What kind of music was that?
Everything.
So how does it work? They come to you and do they play the beat on their lips, or they give you some words? And
no, this is what I want. This is what I want. Just give it to us.
Does he compare it to something that's already there?
They usually would tell you that I heard a JQ song. I want the same beat.
So JQ was raining at that time.
Yeah, JQ was challenging. that I was giving us some one or two. Apietus too was doing pretty well.
So they bring the music,
and then
and then what's your process? What do you back then?
I'll listen and play. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was so determined. So I'll play, you sing, and so I started becoming. Okay.
The underground guys all come.
This guy in Tema, Charlie, the guy is wild.
Where then did they know you as Kaywa then?
No, Kaywa was from secondary school.
Okay. So
they
they knew.
calling me. So my name Kaywa from secondary school.
What does it mean, man?
Do I even know? So you see, and one Charlie Kaywa. I said, what name?
What be that?
And so I remember one guy said, oh, in Hausa or in like Kaywa means that somebody who's versatile. Okay. I didn't really believe it. But
they defied you.
But you see, I didn't want it. So I kept telling them, Charlie, I don't like this name.
What did you want?
No, Charlie, the swag name and things.
Like what?
I didn't have a name. I didn't have anything in mind.
You didn't want David?
Oh, David.
You wanted a stage name?
Yes. But I really was not thinking about one yet.
Okay.
But Kaywa kept coming. I said, I don't like this, because back in secondary school, we had a keyboard. I was even recording then. Because, usually the keyboard would have a 4-track.
Yeah, so you can record on the keyboard.
Straight, when you press all together, you can play drums, play this, So the times I'll do that, and the boys will come, take them kakra, and then they'll go on stage and perform with my beat.
Charlie. So you were dropping beats in his school.
Yeah, this guy can get up and play classical. He can get up and he's playing drums, he's playing keyboards, he's playing the piano, he's playing everything, and then playing beats. And sometimes I used to do raga.
You do raga too? Boom, 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 boom.
No, it's gone.
Wow.
So this guy, no. So Charlie Kaywa, that's where the Kaywa started.
From Pisek?
Yeah, from Pisek.
But where did the Kase Kaywa come from?
No, so that's when it came from my studio.
Kase means, what is
Say
it?
Kaywa.
Say Kaywa in Tree.
So when Kaywa became popular, like I mentioned, the secular artists started coming in, and I was working with them, And I remember I was working with Stage A, and then Ed Wuji. Yeah, up in the young Kong.
Yes, yes.
That's what we had.
And the political party has taken it as their slogan. He should take his money from there, man.
So I finished the song. They came to listen to the first copy. They were like, wow. So usually I put Kaywa in the song. All right. I used to have Slicker Than the Average. It's a pure gunshot. Oh, I had some
sound effects, right?
Plenty. If you listen to some of my reggae songs, you hear it. Well, it's a pure. In some of the not Lumba, that's Red Jamna song. I had pure gunshot in there.
So like
No, like
somebody who says pure gunshot.
Well, it's a pure gunshot.
Who said it? Who said that voice?
A friend of mine. We're back when we were in GSS together.
Okay.
I call say he said it.
And he came and recorded it in the studio.
Yeah, in the studio.
And that was it.
Yeah, and I used it for a while.
Who recorded Kaywa?
So you see, Stage J. We finished the song. First copy they heard it, they were like, wow. So I was thinking, let me do something else. I'm always doing Kaywa. And he said, okay, let me go into the booth. And then whatever comes. That was not Stage J, that was his manager.
Stage J's manager?
Manager. So he went into the booth. And he said, I don't know what I go talk. Oh. So I was recording. But he said, I don't know what I go talk. Oh. You see? And then so he said, Kaywa. When he said Kaywa, I said, Charlie, the guys go to and add the Kaywa.
That's it.
So when they said Kaywa, and I added Kaywa, so I don't know what I go talk about. Kaywa. But they say her off.
You're one of those engineers where once the session starts, the record is on.
Right.
Because you can catch.
Yeah, because I love first takes.
Okay.
You know, working with Lumba will give you a first take. So
one recording, boom.
Straight. 3, 4, 5 verses.
It's done.
Take. Oh no, that idea. You know, so I would always record.
We were listening to Lumba yesterday, all the way from Asunfusu to Accra.
Wow. Lumba's music.
He just does like one take.
One take. He's a brilliant artist. One take and then he's done. You know, and if he's not comfortable, he's not okay with it, he leaves it and does it another day.
Not the same day.
No.
Okay.
But Lumba sings with. He's a great arranger. You know, on every song.
Yeah, we hear it, man. It's crazy.
He knows where backups has to come. This one has to come.
So he does all of that.
Everything.
Who are the girls, man?
She. Yeah, that did Lumba's backup for a very long time. And so Lumba will have,
the parts.
Parts.
It's almost like the girls are like, almost like co-singers with him because when he stops, they come.
Teach you what to sing.
He does that.
He actually will even show you what to play when you're producing.
Nice. I think he has everything in his head and he just wants it down.
So let's go. Give me dum 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 dum. Then when you play it for him, add jump. By the time you're done, you have a big production. You know. So when he does that, he just comes in, sings his verse, one take, straight,
and he's gone.
Oh, straight. So it was awesome working with Lumba, Daddy Lumba.
Yeah. So Stage A is the Kaywa.
Yeah, so Kaywa, and then that slogan reigned for
a long time.
God knows how long.
I love it in Kolum.
Hey,
it brings some energy. Yeah. In a gap, then you drop it like that.
So I used it for a while, and then I thought, I'm tired. I want something else. So something else was highly spiritual came in there.
Wow. What's the genesis of that?
No, I just wanted something. It just came. As much as I want something also, it's got to be very controversial.
Yeah.
So highly spiritual is big controversial.
Who voices it?
That was David Nikose, you know.
The musician?
Yeah. He did that, and then there's another assistant in my studio who did it again, called PY. You know, so I just wanted, and the lady also did that. I just wanted variety, something, you know, something to. So when I got that, I was like, no, this one is working. So the first time I put highly spiritual was in R2B's. That
was the first one.
Yeah, that was the first time.
Outdoor. What was the first Kaywa?
First Kaywa was in, I think, Trigger Bema. It's this song he did for Sarkodie. I'm not too sure. That's when he came in, you know.
What you reckon was your first hit that
That
kinda
song,
blew up.
bra, Bajiko dear.
Okay.
That
That was the first one.
Yeah, very first. When I heard that song, when the song was playing on radio, first time I heard it on radio, I was in the trotro. When I heard the
Going
song,
where?
I was coming back home from Community 1.
Okay.
When I heard the song, I had not gotten to my destination, but I just told the mate, Missy Wahia. I was so confused. So I got down. And the car left. Baby, what's wrong with you? The excitement made me get out of the car. Yeah, and Abdul FM played my song. I mean, Adam did really well. It really support me. Yeah.
The feeling was...
Hey, I got down. Mommy, why? Why did I get out? I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know, so that was when I was trying to get a good sound. So I was like, how the bass will sit on the kick. You know, mixing Afrobeat, then we didn't have Afrobeat.
No,
but
it was hip life, right? It was hip life.
And mixing gospel music are entirely two different things. If you
What's
listen
the difference?
You know, see, gospel it's more difficult. All right?
It's more difficult? The Diana Hamilton stuff is more difficult?
Yeah, more, because you need a flat sound for gospel more.
What is a flat sound?
The sound has to be not... When you listen to it, okay, no, so Diana Hamilton came into the Afrobeat.
Yes, she
talking
did,
about maybe when you're making a live recording, gospel live recording.
Okay.
It's got to be flat. It's got to, when I say flat, it's got to, you know, when you listen to it in any kind of monitor or speaker, you should hear everything. You should hear the bass. You know, you listen to bass in a small speaker, usually you cannot hear it.
But you should be able to hear it.
You should be able to hear it.
In earpiece.
Not even earpiece, little speakers, big speakers. You should hear it.
Church sound.
You should hear it. So
what kind of magic do you do to make it?
No, so you see, then again, listening, and then steadying, listening and steadying. So just to make sure that, and that is entirely different from mixing like a hip hop song, because hip hop is bass oriented.
Yeah.
So kick bass oriented. Yeah. So the kick and the bass has to bang.
So a Castro song, what kind of mix are you putting on a song like that?
know, it's more of like a hip hop
kick.
Yeah, so kick bass. It has to, and I was noted for that. When you hear my bass and kick drop, you have to lower your...
or you can using like 2 or 3 sounds.
I could use about 6 kicks.
On one
boom. Yeah. One hit.
One hit is like 6 kicks.
Yeah, it's not one kick. It's kick. Some is fat, some is slim, some is punchy, so and so I could pan the kick small. So
you hear
15, percent pan, 15 pan, and some wide, some pan.
So it's like you're inside the music.
You will feel it.
Yeah. 6 kicks.
Yeah. You know, and like the music in your face, but yet the music, the drum bass is really hitting.
Because people want to dance.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Listen, in Ghana, if you want your music to really hit, people have got to move.
Yeah.
But have you disproved that? Do you have like slow songs that people can still enjoy and they are hits?
When it's slow songs, unless they are reggae songs or something like that, even that, you know. But if you want hits, we have to dance. So if we're not dancing, the hit will not come.
That had to be so. That was a hit.
Yeah, but it was not. It's not too slow.
Yeah.
It was a slow highlight.
Almost like a reggae.
Yeah. But it was banging. Yeah. But I don't got the DJs will push it.
Yeah. What do you feel about that? Because they speed up the song.
I always have a problem with that, but you know.
A friend of mine went to Deutsche Welle in Germany. On his first day, he was going for training. He put the CD in, pitched it up, and the Germans rushed into the studio and said, "Hey, you are violating copyright laws. You can't."
Because how it was produced, but usually the DJs want, maybe the song is like this song, this Okwasienity is a slow highlight.
Yeah.
And they are playing maybe back on and on different worlds.
Yeah.
So he has to make sure they match.
Is it because the DJs are just obsessed with mixing?
Well, they have to mix it.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Initially, I didn't like it, but you can barely do nothing about it because we just want to dance. So if those songs are banging, and then we just have to.
What's the Kaywa creative process?
Oh yeah. Everybody says I'm difficult when it comes to production
Why?
because I want the best. So I usually
People
want to.
don't want the best,
No, everybody wants the best,
but they don't want the
they don't want to go
difficulty
through
in
the
it.
process. I like the process. The process is. I usually would want to listen to your lyrics. What do you have?
What are you saying?
What are you saying? Some people want to say anything, and then no. But I believe that you're trying to, as much as you want a hit song to dance with, you also have a message. And it's got to be very clear, and your listeners are little children, middle age, adults, etc.
So it's broad.
You need to make sure that nobody will switch the channel just because they heard your song. You get what I'm saying? So it's got to be good.
Have you had to change people's?
A lot of times. A lot of times. Oh, there are times I don't like, I tell you. In those days, there are times I pass on music to other producers to do.
So I'm not interested in this one.
Yeah, but I thought it was okay. So this time I was like, let me get into it. Tell you how I feel we should do it because I have a bit of writing skill. So, I'll do that. And so we try and make sure we have something good to work with before we now start adding melody. Or if you have a melody already, maybe adding the drums, kick, etc. to it to get some music out there.
For you, what is the most important element of a song?
Truth. Lyrics.
Lyrics are most important for you.
I believe that the lyrics is the owner of the song, or for want of a better word. That's what as much as we are listening to the music, it's just an accompaniment. The main thing is what you're saying and what you're singing. So it's got to be very clear, very straight to the point, very impressive. And it's got to, at least impact society. If it's not doing that, you're not doing music. Yeah. So I would have a problem with, lyrics that, for want of a better word, is not helping the society. And I think that I will not record such.
Were you ever tempted to be an artist as well?
Oh no, back in
Like
seconds.
sing?
Like I said, I used to do raga.
Yes.
Oh,
what was it? I want one of the titles, man.
no, I don't want to go there. But yeah, but
And you were rapping and singing. What?
no
Like
raga.
toasting?
My raga. No, sometimes the words don't come, but I put them together. No, I box it together. You go feel them.
So, but after a while, you grew out of the idea.
No,
of
I grew out
becoming
of
an
that. I
artist.
realized that that's not my area. So don't. I was a very disappointed raga artist.
But you're a super producer. What's that like? What's it like to be a producer?
Ooh, the joy to be a producer is. And I tell people every time, don't be a beat player, be a producer.
What's the difference?
Many of us are beat players. They play beats. And you see, over here we call beat players producers. No. A producer is one who, like, if you want to build a house, you must meet a contractor, or for want of a better word, an architect will maybe be one you meet first. And then you have a drawing. I think this should come here, this should come here. You have a 3-bedroom. Why a 3-bedroom? So when you're working with a producer, he would have a broader perspective about the entire production. What should happen here? Who should play saxophone here? Why not horns? Why percussion? And that's a producer. And that's Scott, you need to discuss that with the artist also. Look at what the artist wants, and then you can then put the artist where, or give them what will putting together what they've told you and what you have, you can have a splendid production. But the beat player is the one who, Charlie, I want kumke, they need to play. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
We can all do that.
Or they come and tell, I hear some Kaywa beats, give me the same thing. Or Pietu's beat, give me the same thing. But a producer should be able to give out, and a producer should be able to hire a sound engineer, a good sound engineer to give you that sound you're looking for. So there's a difference between a beat player, which is in our days we used to call a programmer.
Yeah, and a producer.
A producer, and then a sound engineer. Over here we call everybody a sound engineer.
But you are both a sound engineer and a producer.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So because how I did my stuff, I didn't want my sound to be messed up. And so I spent time a lot over the night. Usually we'll be mixing. I can mix kick alone the entire night because I wanted some sound. So nobody could do that for you. And so that's how I perfected mixing and mastering also.
Let's run through some artists that you've worked with.
Wow.
Castro.
Wow.
Tell us
Splendid
the
artist.
first time you met Castro.
First time I met Castro was, I remember I'd recorded an artist called Macho Rapper. And then he said he wants to do a song with Castro. So he'll bring Castro to the studio. I didn't believe it until he brought Castro to the studio.
You had heard of him already?
No, of course.
You liked his stuff?
Yeah, super. And that day, I think Sak was the first time Sak also met him in the studio. He was so happy about that. So yeah, Castro came, and that day we did a guy's feature. He came to feature on the guy's song, and that day we did 2 songs with Castro. The following day he came, we did another 2 songs. And then he got fascinated about how I produce, and then, so he was always coming to the studio, we're doing music.
Was he based in Takrady?
No, it was in, I remember
in
it was in Spain, Texas, or one
Okay,
of the
all right, so
places.
Accra based.
And then he was always coming, for us to do something. Yeah.
What was your biggest song with Castro?
I should think that it's Back On and On.
With Asamoah.
I did Back On and
What
On.
are they saying that? What is it? What is the actual
Back
lyric?
On and On.
I was thinking Baku and something.
Someone said Back On and On.
That's what we all hear, man.
Yeah. Back
On
on
and on.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's when he said something on the sexy like cheese.
Cheese. I saw a whole conversation of that on Sky. It's like, but how can you be sexy like cheese? So where did Asamoah record those lyrics at your place?
Yeah. So Castro had sang Asamoah's part already. So when Asamoah came, he had to just listen. In
the part that we hear Asamoah singing, Castro had sung as a guide for
yes,
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he had to listen, and then, but he also did a one take. He was so excited. Ah, Charlie, see, I kill him.
Was it the first time you had met him?
First time ever. And I was like, wow, that's Asamoah for you.
Yeah, this was like in the mid-2000s, right?
Yeah, mid-2000s. He came to the studio, and then I remember he was driving. Okay, I don't see what he was driving.
A car.
A good car.
And
I was like, hi, where we go buy this car some? But he was a nice guy.
What was he like in the studio?
I think he came earlier to beat Castro. Castro came later. Mm-hmm. So he was in his car, waited, and then around that time we were having a conversation. He was like, and he was, when you see some superstar like that, Charlie, sometimes they don't even want to talk to you. They roll up and stuff. But the guy was very accommodating. We spoke at length, before Castro came in, and then we went into the studio. And then, when he listened, he did a one take, and then that was it.
Can you tell that song is going to be a hit?
Yeah, and most of the songs I produced, I knew they were going to be hits.
So when they did that one, you felt it was going to be...
I just knew it was a big song, because it was not... But I tell you how that song came about. We had produced a song already. I think it was TH for Quadris on that song. Mm-hmm. It was a high life song. And, so Ghana had scored. I remember we're playing, I don't know.
It's a World Cup game?
Yeah.
Okay. 2006?
Yes.
Germany?
Yes.
Okay.
But then we had recorded already.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So there was a recording already with Asamoah on the recording with TH for Quadris, something like that. And then I had to take Asamoah's voice and put on a different beat. And when you listen to it back on a beat, it's not high life, it's not Afro beat, it's in there. But I was picturing something different. I wanted to do, something that was not the regular norm, the usual thing everybody's doing. So
by then Afrobeat wasn't quite there yet.
There was nothing like Afrobeat.
Yeah.
So if you listen to the beat, you hear that was not high life.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, so I was trying to
mix it up.
Yeah.
So you lifted the vocals and put it on the new beat.
And put Castro's one there.
Okay.
No, Castro came to sing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when Asamoah was doing pretty well in the World Cup, I said, this is the time to release a song.
Boom, good timing. But
guess what? I had done many songs with Castro which were not big. So he was tired with working with me because,
But then this one blew up.
So when I remember his manager pushed him to come. I've forgotten his name, but he pushed him to come. And then when he came, he just came to sing. And then the following day, I think about 2 or 3 days, we released it. And boom, everywhere.
You're not sitting in trotro again to jump out.
Oh no, this one I had hits, so it was regular. It was regular, yeah, it was regular.
But the Castro story has a sad ending.
Yeah.
Where were you when you heard that he had gone missing?
I think I was at Shy Hills. I was checking out some land or something, and then I heard it. When I heard it, I was like, this shouldn't have happened. Because I remember it was foretold.
It was foretold?
Yeah. The prophet of God said it. And I was in church with Castro when that prophecy came. So, I usually don't like to say these things because when you start talking about it, this is somebody who's dead. But I was there. So I remember we used to pray together in our studio. When he comes, we'll pray, we would do worship. And then, so Castro is one who loved God. I mean, deeply. There were times you go on stage and just do worship songs and close. So times he will come, we will worship, he will cry and cry and cry, and then we will just close. So he knew this. He was told
that he would disappear.
That he should be careful anytime he has a big song, because you should be careful. You should be careful with water and then accident. You should be driving. And I knew that around that time when Castro is driving, Charlie.
Speed, eh?
Yeah, he loved the speed, because we used to be together a lot of times. When I heard that one, I was like, so when we come and say, Charlie, listen, just be careful, because I got my own too. Okay, I got my prophecies too, so he got his. So
and all on the same guy,
day.
Same day.
So he called me that his friend has a church, and then his friend is doing harvest, and we should go to the church, and then I think I'm saying too much about that. I didn't want to say. So it happened, yes. So when I heard it, I was like, no, it should never happened.
For those of you who see these things, can you stop them from happening?
You see, it's an area that I think we should not disrespect or disregard. Maybe that's the word, because we tend to disregard prophecies. I can understand that it's been some of the prophets have messed it up.
Yeah, because they are predicting football games and things, man.
So you see what that?
It's
so largely I believe that the prophetic is for the church. However, you can also prophesy to somebody to bring him to the saving knowledge of Christ.
You're now wearing your ordained pastor hat.
Yes.
Good.
So now the voice has come down. And then you can also, God can tell you specifically what's going to happen to this. Maybe, so when you hear somebody prophesy about maybe elections or something, they've heard it, if they've heard it. So I don't speak about it. I don't, judge, but I tell people every time that prophecy is real.
Why is it that some people feel that it's only negative stuff? Do you prophesy good things?
The reason why people think prophecy is, let me tell you, the prophetic office. When the prophetic office is the only, there's fivefold ministry. There's a prophetic office is the only one that's able to reveal demonic onslaughts, reveal demonic plans. It's the only one, you see. So most of the time, that's what you see. But it does not mean you don't see good things also. You see, and then
you just don't hear them.
You hear them, but you see, I also have a problem with people only looking at the interpretation of prophecies. Was very important, because if you see that your shoe is going to turn into black, and I'm not sure that's what you want, there's a way I should dispense that. You see, so it does not bring fear and panic.
But do you see crazy stuff?
Oh yeah, a lot of times.
Demons?
Oh, a lot of times.
What do they look like?
Oh, I didn't want to come here.
But we're here. You're not there. Am I in your church?
I know, right?
What do they look like? I haven't seen a demon before.
No, demons are spirits. Sometimes you have a chance to see them. Demons sometimes are deformed. Sometimes they come very nice. Sometimes they come, they are stained, they're like, vampire, smell and all that. So demons are real. Same way angels are real.
You've seen angels too?
A lot of times.
Do they really have wings?
That sometimes you see that. Yeah, sometimes you also see angels like lights. Okay? So that's also there. It's very true. God is real. God is not it's not a fallacy. He's real. You see, I always tell people that when there's fake, it means that it's an original. Original. You see, the only time you can project the original is when you focus on the original. You see, and I tell people, those who study the American currency to make sure that there are no counterfeits, what they do is that they don't study the counterfeit. They don't have time for counterfeit. They have time for the original. They study the original to the extent that when they see a counterfeit, they will not. But you see, we are in a setup where people don't even want to know about it. You know, but it's in the Bible. When you take your time, you read the word, you read scripture, you will know. The Bible clearly says that Jesus released fivefold ministry, which is the prophet, the apostle, the teacher, the pastor, the evangelist, for the perfection of the saints. So you cannot say prophetic is out of it because it is part of it.
But some people may be exploiting it for their own
That is where I'm
reasons.
saying that's unfortunately, but you see, for me, I think that it's the tool of the enemy. The enemy is very smart. The devil is very smart. He will make sure he uses the very thing that's supposed to help you against you.
To harm you.
Yes.
You sometimes feel conflicted that you are a pastor, but you produce secular music.
In the past, people make you feel like that.
People did, the Christians?
A lot of Christians will make you feel like that. But I believe that Christians are supposed to become the best people in this world. Christians were not just called to do, and this is my opinion, you know, gospel music. Because gospel is the message of Christ. Gospel, the message of Christ is Christ died. But he did not remain there. He resurrected. And then he ascended. And because of that, we live a victorious life. That is the gospel. Period. However, you can still do other lyrics that does not really talk about Christ died, Christ resurrected.
Christ will come again.
So, me to me, I can say that, you know, I can sing some, like if you listen to OJ's kind of music, they like very deep lyrics, which is advising you and all that. You see.
Even some of our traditional music.
Yeah.
Stuff Koyumo sings.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They're deep. And then I don't see why we should throw those
away.
In the name of...
In the beginning, people used to really come hard at you, right?
Very
what was the hardest attack you had?
Oh, people come into your DMs and say you're a demon.
What?
Yeah.
A demon?
Yes.
Church people are calling you a demon.
Hard one. You know, and my excitement was that I used to encourage myself with this, that church people call me unbeliever. Unbelievers call me pastor. So the church people say that you're not from God.
But the unbelievers say you're a pastor.
Because I had close relationship with these unbelievers. And there were times that someone like Black Rasta, if you speak with him, he will tell you that one who brought the message of Christ to him closely was me. And and it did not just happen because the guy is like, he's a learned guy, and he didn't want to hear Jesus, he didn't want to hear the Holy Spirit, he didn't want to hear anything. You know, and the times we argue in the studio, argue.
Get to record with you, right?
Yeah. I used to make the songs and master his songs. Okay. Argue and not, you know, we'll come to not get anywhere. And then one of the days, I heard that stop arguing. What makes people better believers or better Christians is the encounter. If you have had an encounter with Christ, you become a better Christian. Most Christians, we've become Christians because somebody told us about Christ. But when you have an encounter with him, you become a better Christian.
What was your encounter like?
Oh, we're back. My encounter, it's like I vividly felt him speaking with me, and he told me exactly what to do. And this is back in London. I was, you know, I had gone to London to produce music. I had gone there and then I made some great gains when it comes to finances. And it was not really planned. And so I came back and I planned a 3 months agenda to go and work in the UK and then make money. When I got there, nothing was happening. Nobody was coming to record with me. You know, I remember I rented an apartment. No, I mean, it was a house. I converted into a recording studio and then one room, and nobody was coming, nobody was calling, nobody was, you know, I was really bothered. I said, why? Charlie, why nobody they come? I come.
This be the plan.
The time where I come first, you
know plan?
I don't plan safe. I enjoy the thing.
And now you plan.
And it's not as if I had problems with anybody. So I was, and I went on radio, left my number, nobody. I said, what is this? Then I had a call. And before I had this call, I was in the studio, and this is where the encounter is. I was in the studio playing, I like to play da da those beats, yeah. And while I played a little while, and I just turned asleep, and I felt a touch on my thigh, tangible touch, like this. I feel it, yes. And I turned, there's nobody. So I initially thought, is it there? He's called Ricardo, the guy who rented the apartment for me. I called him and he was not responding. I went to the kitchen, I'm not seeing anybody. And I suddenly felt an energy.
Was it warm, cold? What was it like?
Yeah, you can say warm, cold. You can say, very nice also. And then I felt down and I heard in my ear that I am healing you to heal. Okay? I am going to use you. And this is what I heard basically so I came out. Before I realized that they had come into, what's wrong with you? There was police and all that. So fast forward, I was okay.
Police?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they were opening, like knocking, and I was not responding.
Okay.
So fast forward, and I get a call. And it's from a church in Black Horse Road. And they say, we wonder, this church, we're having church, but the sound is bad. And we will give you £80 if you want to come for it. Then I spent all my money. I said, I'll go. So I got in the train straight. I was in shorts, brown shorts. I won't forget this. And I get to the church and I realized that their problem was just polarity issues.
What is polarity?
They had changed the speaker cables. So the sound was playing back.
Into itself?
Yes. So when I changed it, the sound came.
I'm sure they see you as a magician.
Oh, yeah. So I was just going back to go and take my money and just go. And then prophecy, what we take for granted. The prophet said, listen, God has spoken to you. God wants to use you. And there's a reason why he brought you here. And this is how he wanted to have some time with you. And listen, this thing was from your mother's womb. It was not, and then there was a narration how my mom gave birth to me. He said your mom gave birth to you in the church.
You were born in the church?
Yes, in the church.
You are literally a church boy.
Yeah. No, I like church.
You're born.
Praise and worship in church. I come.
What?
In the church. I didn't know that. I said, no, this one there, I don't believe is true. Because everything he said, I could. Because he mentioned my sibling's name and all that. I said, okay, well, yeah. But when he mentioned you're born in the church, I said, no, this one, yeah. So I came
to verify
back home. And this was so that right after I went to the studio, and suddenly calls were coming. I want to do 3 songs. I want to do 5 songs. I want to say, hey, the guy's a magician. The guy is a powerful guy. After he prayed for me, now business is coming. Now business is coming. I'm not able to work. I didn't have the urge to work with anybody. And there were times that I didn't want to see anybody's face. So I realized that if the feeling like you're having, emotional issues, so I said, let me cut my position and go back home.
How long ago was this?
Oh, this is about 2015, 16, thereabouts.
Is that after that the church started?
No. Church way before.
This church that you are in?
Yeah,
okay.
way before.
Just before. Okay.
Yeah, way before. So, came back home, came to my mother and I said, the prophet told me that you gave birth to me in the church. I laughed. And I don't believe that's true. My mom said, who told you that? And there's some guy in London, he's not even a Ghanaian. He said, yes. I remember when I was pregnant with you, the church I go to, the prophetess said, I need to pray for you and then the baby in your womb because God has an agenda and a plan. The same way, I understand that when God has a plan for your life, the devil also has a plan. So we need to pray, make sure that, so fast forward. My mother said she was on the ground, she was drying and then her water broke.
In the church?
No, this is home.
Okay.
So they had to rush her to the hospital. Whilst on the way to the hospital, she remembered that the woman said, let me pray for your son and you. So rush to the church. So right in the church, the woman is coming. Okay, she's worship is going on. She's coming. Back there, no.
They drop you for the church.
Sharp. And so she actually prayed for me, anointed me. The woman right in the church. And she actually said, you'll be called David. Guess what? She's still alive. She's here.
She's still alive?
What's still? She's yeah.
So your dad agreed that somebody gave you the name?
Oh, that was another conversation altogether. Because that one there. Because
men who want to name their own children.
Yes. But the one said, call him David because God has a plan for his life. You see. So anybody who says that prophetic or God is not real, the only reason I may think they don't understand or it's perhaps because they have not had a close encounter. Because it's like saying Kafui Dey is not real. Okay? But now I'm sitting here with Kafui Dey.
You can touch me?
Yes, I can touch you.
Yeah.
Yes. So Bible says that I may know him and the power of his resurrection. Your ability to know him is way better than just believing in him. We have a bunch of Christians who only believe, yet don't know. When you know, you become like him. When you know, you have a very strong conviction. Most people will just believe, but they don't know. And that's why Christianity is not, for want of a better word, powerful or popular. The entire Ghana, we have a lot of Christians even more than, but how come? That, when you tell somebody, Antwa, and the machine, they're like, when you say, I'll take you to Jesus, they say, oh, what's that?
They're afraid, they are more afraid of Antwa and
Antwa because they see, but if Antwa is working, it means Christ is even more. You see. So our ability to know him and walk like him, when you know him, you know that he's not wicked. People have painted Jesus as a very wicked person. No. God is not wicked. When you know him well, you know that this is how he is, and then you will follow.
We're going to put the ordained pastor hat off
and go back to
because we're going through the people that but I enjoyed it. We'll come back again.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Castro story.
Yes.
How about book back? What does Colum mean, man? Colum.
So I remember I got a call from Bookback and they said, listen, Charlie, we hear you're the best in town. We want to do a song with you. We are coming back again, so we need to come back hard.
Yeah.
I said, no problem, come. And they brought a song. I remember Castro was part of that production, that creation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Castro was always in the studio,
Yeah, studio rat.
Yeah. So Colum.
Colum comes in about 100 times.
It was no. I made it plenty.
You made it
was
plenty.
Just one.
It was just
Colum.
one.
But I was looking up for something that is repetitive.
Yeah.
Something that will catch fire.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So when they did everything, they left, and I sat down. And
then it comes again.
So when I finished the production, I sent it to them. It's nice, but the column there played too much.
They don't tell you what the column they mean.
Yeah, column is falling.
It's a sound. Column. Okay.
So I said, Charlie, guys, you don't know, you have a banger. Let's release it. I said, no, Charlie, we are not around, so let's wait. When we come back, we'll work on that. Because the column, no, Charlie, mess up the entire production. I said, Diagro. So I leaked the thing small. And before you see, column was everywhere. Yeah, and they really also pushed it hard.
It reminds me of a story. I think Quincy Jones put some violins in the intro of a Michael Jackson song. And Michael Jackson said, no. And Quincy said, are you kidding me? This is what is going to make it. So sometimes you have to stand your ground with
exactly
with
as
the
a
people.
producer. And then, like I said, I know when it's going to become a big song. So I also admonish the artists that listen, it will happen.
And it happened.
And it happens.
Asem and Kwabena Kwabena.
Yeah.
Bye.
Asem called me and he said, I want a high life song, you know, and I'm doing this with Kwabena. So he came to the studio and I think he had a melody already. So I produced it and then he sent it to Kwabena. He loved it. He came to the studio, sang it, and then mixed and mastered it. And Bye Bye was a big song. I remember Bye Bye was, I was walking in one of the big malls in London. And somebody walked to me, are you Kaywa? I said, yes. Did you produce Bye Bye? Oh, cool. And I said, yes. Hey, shop anything you want. I'll pay for it.
Ghana man be this.
Ghana man.
Did you shop?
Oh, you should know that I will do it. I'll do it.
It was an open invitation, man.
Man, I think I want some water.
What are some of the crazy reactions you've had from people who realize that you produced this song?
Oh, sometimes it's nice. I mean, like, even till now, today I went to get some car parts at a Bosokai. And people were like, hey, Kaywa. I say, hey, so people still remember me. Because it's been a while, you know, I've been doing this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sometimes when you hear people, for me, it's humbling. And I think that it's also another way of telling you that, you know, keep pushing, keep adding, you know, yeah.
Did you do Bibiniba, Kwabena?
Bibiniba, I did a reggae version of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did it?
No, he had done
why did the reggae version come?
So he had done the highlight version with Apietus, and it was big.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, oh, he wants to do a reggae version, and then there's nobody else to do it than me. So yeah, I remember that production. We went back and forth with it because I was so aggressive about it, you know. But eventually it came out nice.
There was a guy that you did reggaes with in the beginning, remember? You were telling me.
No.
You never did reggaes?
No, I did a lot
of reggaes. In the beginning.
A lot of reggaes. A lot of reggaes. I mean, it's either high life or reggae.
Where my baby day?
Yeah.
What's the story behind that one?
Samini also called and then came to the studio and he had a complete song. He knew what he wanted.
Like Lumba, right?
Yeah. And so, yeah, I produced it and then we had a big song. And
what's Samini like in the studio?
Oh, nice. The guy knows what he wants. And so when you give him what he wants, he will give you what you want to hear also. So great vocal, you know, performance on that song. And we had a big song. Yeah.
I didn't know that you produced that one.
It's
only my research that
wow!
Yeah, I didn't know. Till yesterday, I did not know.
Oh yeah,
I did not know.
I did that song.
You didn't put your tag in it.
No,
then
you know, I did not.
Yeah.
But I did that.
Yeah, but it's a great song. So many transitions.
Yeah.
You
hear the drum
rolls.
Yeah.
I did hear. I did feel. I listen to the music more than the words.
I know, right?
So I really enjoyed that one.
I know.
Keke Fusu featuring Tic Tac. Fefe. That you? That's not you.
Was that? No, I didn't do that.
You didn't do that one?
No, I did not.
You didn't do that. Have you worked with Tic Tac before?
Yeah.
What song did you do?
It was not a big song, but I think it was with Champe or somebody. Yeah.
Okay.
I worked with him before, yes.
What is your most memorable flop? A song that, Charlie, you had hopes and
it did not work.
It didn't work. Let's talk about the flops.
Hey, what song was that? I would say that it's not like my expectation is that it should be big and it's not like it's nice.
Okay.
But it's not that big.
But the people didn't really take it.
But it was a good song.
Which one?
People appreciated it. And then, yeah, I think when I started doing Afrobeat with gospel music, Work in Progress by Daniel Hamilton.
Okay.
That was the first time Afrobeat had entered gospel music. And I started.
You started that whole thing?
Yeah.
What was the decision to bring Afrobeat into gospel?
Because I wanted something else. You know, so me, I always want to do something
new.
Something new. So I did it, and I just knew it was going to be big. It was not big, but people,
not as big as
people
your
loved it. Even the artists that Hamilton loved it, and that took me to another one. But the next one I did, Afrobeat, was big. That's Ohima Mercy, Osasida, I produced that. I
That was
actually
yours.
wrote that song
Oh, okay.
and produced it. Yeah.
Nice. Love that one. Which is the one with the Pentecost bell?
That Hamilton's Wasem. You know, so I done money yo, and it was big.
Yeah.
And usually my challenge is that the next production should be bigger.
You always try to step it up.
So she brought Wasem. It was a beautiful.
It's a beautiful song.
Beautiful written song.
She wrote that one.
Yeah. So I was like, listen. So I told her what I wanted to do. And I said, listen, I want to do Afrobeat, do high life, have, the Presbyterian in there, have the Pentecostal in there.
It's a mix.
So I was looking at what to do. So if you listen to them, you hear organ,
you
hear Afrobeat drums, so a bit of everything in that production.
All the music that you like.
Yeah, it was there.
When was it a real bell?
So
at the end of the song.
Yeah. So after I grew up a bit in the Pentecostal church also. So I know that usually when we do have praise for a while and the one that don't the elder ones will stop us from singing. Maybe let's go to the next. They will take a bell and then cling. Let me get a bell. And the keyboard bell was not.
No, it's not real.
So I went to a school just close to the studio called Presec.
In Tema.
Yeah, Tema Presec. So I went to the school.
You yourself.
Yeah, and I said, I want a bell.
Who did you ask for this bell?
I kept asking anybody for a bell. I want a bell, and then finally I got a bell. So I didn't even return it before they had. The bell, they have to ring it at
the end.
Oh yeah. So I brought it to the studio and I tried several takes.
Bling, bling.
Till I got what I wanted.
Okay, without the music.
Yeah.
You just wanted the sound so that you can now play.
So when I got the right one, I placed it at the end of it. And
in the coda.
Yeah.
I heard it, man. So when they play that song on GTV, I said, let it go to the end. I want to hear those bells, man. I want to hear that bell, man. So does the bell have a credit on the album? Presby Bell.
I wish it had. I really wish it had.
Does anybody else notice that bell?
A lot of people. I mean, the creative people will go like, that was a super production.
That was super. That was good.
Because I really wanted to, make sure we were having everything around,
Your favorite Sarkodie production?
Want to me say no.
Yes, with Castro.
Yeah, with Castro.
What's the story behind that song?
Yeah, so I think that I called Castro that I had a song. I had a beat. I produced a beat. And then, I called Sarkodie. And when he was coming, I think he came in with Castro. So when they were just jamming with the beat when they came, I produced a beat totally. And then Castro started singing, want to me say no, want to me say no.
Yeah. So that was it.
Straight.
And Sark put his rap on it.
Yeah. It was a Saturday. Sunday, Monday, the song was out. So that production was pretty short, and then
but impactful,
powerful, and one of my best though because the times that the beat would drop
some piano,
and then they come.
Yeah. This is another song with a beautiful.
Yeah. That's there.
With Asawajan and Castro. What song is that again? Oh, I love that.
The high life song.
Yes.
Castro said, Charlie, then R2Bs had released their high life song, and it was doing very well. And then Castro called and said, Charlie, they have entered our own, so let's put something together. So he came to the studio, we produced it quickly, and then called Asamoah to be on it. And he said, I have a boy. This guy is from Takoradi. He's a good rapper. I wanted to put him on. And I said, who's that? His name is Kofi Kenata. So he brought Kofi Kenata to the studio. The very first time I'd met him. And then Kenata could rap. He couldn't stop rapping. He rapped and rapped and rapped. But when it's something small, so if you listen to that song particularly, his rap was not too long.
What's the title of that song again?
Odopa.
Oh,
Odopa.
It's a great song.
Yes.
When you listen to those songs again now, what goes to your mind, man?
Oh, like I said, there's still sometimes I listen to some of my productions. I go like, did I really play this? Because I love it to be classic.
Yes.
so that in several years to come,
It's still there.
relevant.
I mean, they still pull people to the dance floor. When they hit that song, people are excited.
Exactly.
Rough and Smooth, your favorite production?
Hey.
My Girl?
No. Oh, God, the song is not coming. But it was a big song.
Uh-huh.
I forgot it. But it was a big song. It was a big song.
Swagger.
Not Swagger.
You did that one too?
No. Swagger had come already.
Okay.
But there's another one.
And they're all Tema guys, right?
Hey. If you wanna, I single it.
That's the song? That's the one? Rough and Smooth. Are they Tema guys? They're not. Who are the Tema guys?
Sako there, Alto Beast.
Alto Beast.
Stage A.
Stage A. Okay.
Dr. Crime.
Dr. Crime. Chenfe.
Yeah. You know, Tema is like a family.
Yes.
You know, Tema artists we love ourselves. We support ourselves. And the place to always be was Groove Zone Records. That was the name of my studio.
That was the name of the studio, exactly.
And then moved to Highly Spiritual Studio. Yeah.
So Groove Zone has been put aside.
Oh yeah, like I told you, I always want
something new. Favorite Mr. Drew song?
I produced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I produced Give Me Love.
Okay.
That was his second song ever produced on my record label.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was Give Me Love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kel songs and Sako there. This one be trouble song.
Dangerous song. That song gave me problem.
Jennifer Lomote.
You know what happened with that song?
What happened, man?
So
did you know there was going to be problems when you were in the studio?
When I was mixing, I said this thing will give me problems. So I said, let's just do it. You know, because I knew it was a myth that
that the Crobble
they said the hair. So I inquired, and they said the Crobbles didn't just like that narrative because
they kept reinforcing
people. Yes,
something
people
that they like.
And if you know Crobbles, they are good people.
Mm-hmm.
However, that narrative they didn't want to hear it. So we did 2 songs. I did a first song and I got Sarkodie on the song for Kel songs. That took Sarkodie about 2 months to come and record.
Why?
No, maybe 3 months because he said he said he was just not getting the vibe. So he was just getting himself into the vibe. And I said, no problem. When you get a vibe, let's vibe.
That's all.
Then he comes eventually to record. He even had, his voice was not too good, but he still had to do records. He respected me and he wanted to. So he did that. When he came into the studio, I just played the Jennifer Lomote beat. So when he heard it, he said, oh, but this beat there where give me this beat, where you give me the other one. This one, I'm feeling it.
So let's go with this.
I said, okay, fine. So I gave him the beat. He just went out, he drove, and then turned and came back and said, "Child, I have it." So we just recorded it. Jennifer Lomote.
One take.
Yeah, straight. And it was big. But once I was mixing, I was like, hey, Charlie, any way will give me problems. So I said, oh, let's just push it. It was on my record label.
Yes. Blue Zone.
Yeah, so when we pushed it, then the issues started coming. So
when did you first feel that, hey, Charlie, this thing is...
No, it was on radio.
Mm-hmm.
And it started coming.
The DJs were talking about it?
Yeah.
Bloggers?
Somebody actually went to interview somebody from Koboland.
What?
Have you heard that song?
Why? It's not going to make it any more popular.
Yeah.
That actually makes it more popular.
So you see, when I was told about it, I was like, hey, Charlie. So I called Sarkodie and said, Charlie, let's take this thing down.
So can you take it down?
No, but it's gone.
It's gone.
Because they said, Charlie, then the thing go. What can we do?
You can't take it down.
Yeah. Maybe a negotiation or an apology or something.
Yeah. But the song is gone.
So I remember I still persuaded him, so we changed that. So he came into the studio to come and
do an edit.
And we edited it.
Okay.
Waiting to release the edit. But we didn't release it.
The thing just kept going.
It was going. And the song became one of the biggest in Ghana.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure that Okay, I won't say this, but it was big.
What is with me? My ears are always itchy to hear
I
stuff,
won't say
bro.
that. It will give me problems, man.
Let's go. Let's talk awards. What was your first award?
I was best sound engineer. Don't ask me when because I forget it.
It's been a while.
Been a while. But yeah, best sound engineer. When Ghana Music Awards started awarding best sound engineer,
Yes.
I was the first.
You were the first one. Okay.
And I took it for the second time.
Yeah, I think like 3
For
years.
the third time.
Like you were 3-peat.
4 times. On
nice.
a row before, I decided awarding other people also. Yeah.
Is there fierce rivalry among sound engineers?
Oh no, I don't think so. We actually are very, very close, and we actually share ideas. There's a platform for sound engineers.
Oh really?
Yeah, there's a platform, and then we share ideas. Some of us will send songs to other people to input.
Okay.
So we are super.
Is it the fans who try and pit you guys against?
So that's the producers. I remember that somebody started a narrative that Kaywa and Killbeat, who is better. And I said, how can
these things,
because I at a certain time in my life I taught Killbeat. So how can me, somebody who imparted in him, become
competitors?
And sometimes we'll call and we laugh. You call me and say, till your boy come. How can I do that? How can it be possible?
The bloggers are doing it for the clicks.
Of course. But that's we thrive on negativity and people want the news. You see this very lengthy interview we've had. People will go and look for some of the punchlines.
Small things.
And then because that will give the
clicks for them.
But I beg you, baby, put that for me.
They will put that for you. What's your most satisfying award?
I think that when I received the producer of it for the sound engineer
4 times
for the first time,
Yeah.
I was like, now it's been acknowledged.
Was Daddy alive then?
Yeah, he was.
What was his reaction to your?
Oh no, the fans there was hard. The fans did from that time there.
I
was their favorite son because, I was bringing some respect to the name, Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's the most fulfilling awards ever. I've had a lot of them.
Yeah.
But that particular one, when I was awarded for the very first time, the sound engineer of the year, it was awesome. It was brilliant. There were times that I was expecting that the award would come to me.
It doesn't come.
And it would not come
to
me.
But for the first one, what happened? They call your name, you go up on the stage, you did give a speech?
My first time, I did not go to, my uncle cried.
You were not even there?
Yeah, because for times I went, I didn't get it. So I thought it was really one of them, but I didn't go.
And then you were the winner?
And I won it.
So second one, you went?
I think, I went for the second one.
Okay.
The third, I was not there. And the fourth, I was not there. Yeah.
Let's go international. When was your first move out of Ghana?
I think it was 2012 when I got a call from Don Jazzy.
The Don Jazzy?
Yeah, the Don Jazzy. A phone call from him.
What did he say? I mean,
he said, am I talking to Kaywa, the sound engineer? I said, yes. He said, oh, this Don Jazzy. I said, Don what? He said, Don Jazzy. I said, the Don Jazzy we all know. He said, oh, yeah, Don Jazzy. I said, oh. I said, don't come in. That time I was my wild.
You thought it was a scammer or something?
Yeah. I said, well, I really want to work with you. I've heard your sound. I've heard some of the nice things you've been doing. I like your sound, so I want you to make some songs for us. So I was like, wow, okay. And I said, when do you want us to do this? Would you send the files over? Because usually that's what I knew. You send the files over and then I mix and master. I said, no, I want you to come to Lagos. I said, hey, are you sure? I said, when? He said, oh, tonight. I said, hey, master. So right after talking to him, I remember it was around 11 a.m. By 4 p.m. I was in Nigeria. One time. Straight. You see, that's why I like Nigerians. Speed. They are not, okay, let's think about it. We've gotten one of the best sound engineers in Ghana. What do we need again? And the guy is available. Come. Let's go. And they treated me very well.
What was it like? Was that the first time you stepped into Nigeria?
Very first time.
What did you see that was similar? What was different?
They believed that everything was possible. And for me, that was very encouraging. And the artists were, they call themselves, they support themselves.
The musicians, huh?
I remember when I went to Don Jazzy's studio, Whiskey was just coming up. So Whiskey would come to the studio, come and peep whilst we're there. You know, the big boys were in the studio, like the studio, the console was here, and I was mixing, mastering, and then you see Whiskey peeping. You know, he was very young, and and the synergy, the love, the togetherness was powerful. You know, I'm not saying Ghanaians are not like that,
no,
but Nigerians they support.
You felt a different kind of energy.
Felt it. And like I said, when it would take 10,000 to get something done, they're daring. They don't think that this thing too expensive. They'll put in money.
So you were there for your initial trip to Lagos. How long did you spend there?
I was there from Tuesday to Friday.
3 days.
3 days.
You sample some of the legendary jollof.
Oh, I don't feel them, but I don't feel them.
So that was your first time out there. What song did you work on?
That's the Banjo song.
The Banjo?
Yeah.
Coco Master himself?
Not the Coco Master. You Don't Make Me Fall in Love. I didn't finalize it, but I mixed it. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I mixed, yes. Okay. I mixed it.
Fall in love.
Yeah. But when it came out, I realized that there were some things were different. So obviously somebody...
Oh, you can tell?
Of course. So maybe somebody also took it to the next
level.
But I remember I mixed that. I mixed a couple of their songs.
Okay.
You know. And then like I said, they took care of you very well. When I was coming, I was surprised that 3 days, what they gave me,
it was
nice.
Substantial.
And I think they were seeing me in a certain light. I was not seeing myself because
they had put a lot of value on you.
Oh, I remember when they gave me an envelope. This is funny, I'll say it. The envelope was big, fat. I was like, So I remember I told myself, why these guys, they give me Naira or what? What am I going to do with it? So they wanted me to stay for 2 weeks. And I said, no, I have to come to Ghana.
What to do?
I have to, come back and all that. So while we were rushing from the studio, because I had to catch my flight, I had to go to the hotel, pick my bag, and
check
go
out.
there. Yes, check out again. Whilst on the way, I said, listen, right in the house, let me go and check how much they give me because I went to the washroom to check how much. Because I don't want to get to Ghana and then start feeling like they gave me Naira and things like that. I opened it was not Naira. It was something good.
This green, slimmer ones?
No.
Plenty.
It was Yankee level.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was not small Yankee.
And it was fat.
Or hard.
So
I felt that
they had put a lot of value on you.
It was pretty the first time I felt I was valued. You see. So when I was leaving, I was like, hey. So going to the hotel, I remember I was telling the guy who drove me to Don Jazzy's younger brother called Prince, the Prince. I remember telling him that, Charlie, you know what? Let's go straight to the airport. He said, you have to go to the hotel and pick your bag. I said, no, take me to the airport. You know the notion I had that they would go and beat me and take the money.
Exactly. So you left your bag.
Oh, so I wanted to come to Ghana because I had my passport.
Forget the bag, man.
Like I said, no, we have to go get your bag.
You became security conscious at once.
Listen to this. When we got to the hotel, there was another guy with us. I said, Charlie, let the guy go and get a bag.
Yes.
So the guy went upstairs. And I was in the lobby.
You didn't watch around.
Oh, hard one. Charlie, you get. And when I became okay, the guy was paying for my hotel bill. And Charlie was good money. Around that time was about $2,000. Very expensive. They put me in a very good hotel.
They treated you well.
So that's when I calmed down. I said, they're paying your hotel $2,000.
They don't take your own.
Don't take it out for what reason. Then I was fine. It came back. So that was a very good experience.
Very good experience.
Yeah.
Did you go back again to Nigeria?
No, I was supposed to.
Okay.
But I think the time I was supposed to, they had gone to the US for a program or something. So I couldn't go.
Where has your music taken you internationally, outside of Ghana?
Because of, like I was telling you before we got here, a song like Column, I lectured in Newham College in London.
What were you lecturing?
Afrobeat.
You were teaching you were an Afrobeat professor.
Yeah. First, they just got to realize that Kaywa was in town. through a young producer. I went to his studio I booked a studio to work, for artists, and then he said, "Oh, what's your name?" I said, "Kaywa." I said, "Fine." Then he didn't really know me, so he had graduated from the school.
Mm-hmm.
So whilst we were there, and then I was using the studio working with an artist. The artist, he phoned his lecturer, and his lecturer was a Nigerian. So he said, there's a session going on in my studio. There's a producer from Ghana. I said, his name is Kaywa. I said, you're lying. Kaywa is in your studio. You don't know. They said, call him right now. Hurry up. And then the guy was like, this is what Kaywa's done. This is what Kaywa's done. So the following day, there was a convoy came to my hotel to pick me to the school. Yeah, and then that's how it started.
And you went and taught Afrobeat.
Afrobeat.
What? Give me a sense of your lesson.
I was just showing them basically.
What is the Afrobeat beat in terms of the
No.
What is it? Pa. What is high life?
See?
But the Afrobeat is pa.
Tum tum. There's some tum tum that.
Yes.
I was producing for Davido, and
yes, he likes that.
Another tum tum. He almost sat on my head. What about the tum tum?
you produce some of those beats?
Yeah. I was doing. There's a lot of songs that I've done with Davido, Castro. But Charlie, there when you go there, some more emotional comments. Yeah, big songs. We never got to.
I always heard it.
Tum tum.
Yes.
The tum tum is like a signature.
Tum tum.
And the Nigerians, if you listen to a lot of the Nigerian songs, they were not playing with the tum tum.
No, it's always there. The tum tum is there.
Tum tum there, I don't know. It was like a certain conga that
sounds like that. And I'm just interested in the class, man. I mean, so you taught them what?
Yeah,
you taught them.
So why Afrobeat? What, like I said, the kind of samples to use. And so we had a basic class where I'll show you what I told them when you're mixing Afrobeat, what to do, what to take out, what not to take out, how. So it's basically a drum and bass and the vocal sitting on top. So I had a class with them, and the white kids were happy. I remember Chinese kids were like,
the Chinese kid, they can't like Afrobeat.
Yeah. I said, Charlie, no. Yeah.
Have you had such a class in Ghana before?
Nope. Nothing like that.
Nobody has invited you to come and teach them anything on sound engineering, on producing,
like
songwriting?
Nothing like that. I did that on my own accord. What I decided to do was that I realized that we had a lot of beat producers in Ghana, and we're not doing it right. So I personally decided to teach producers. On record, I am the one in Ghana who has taught a lot of producers than anybody. And I'm talking about a lot of top producers than anybody. You can go and research. The Q beats came from me, FM beat, street beat, Sam Snare, on and on and on. A lot of them. So I did that on my own accord because I realized that it's the only way we can
create an industry
and then get that sound. And also, so that we because the narrative was our Ghana producers are not doing well and all that.
Yeah, to change it.
Yeah. So I did that.
I'm glad you taught people, but nobody has found it necessary to pick up a phone and call you.
No, I haven't
and
had
say,
that.
Listen, we're doing a class on songwriting, popular music, Ghana, Afrobeat, high life, production, whatever.
No, I haven't had that.
Are you surprised?
It's like I told you. The Ghana narrative is that, music, yeah, Charlie music, yeah. It's not something we take serious. And I believe that I will not generalize it. I believe that it could be better. Some people are catching up, But on a more serious note, it's an area that we're not really looking at.
We don't value our own people?
No, we don't. To a certain extent, I think that by now we should be celebrating people top notch.
While they're alive.
Whilst they're alive, not when they die. I've always had a problem, and I think that I kept mentioning it. We don't push ourselves. We don't support ourselves. Anything that's good, like even on the Ghana Music Awards, the part that says that international
Artist of
artist
the
of the year. There's no Ghanaian artist in
year.
there.
They must exactly why? Why do they
And
do
I've
that?
not seen any Ghanaian
Yeah,
artists in
they always give it to foreign person.
Yes.
But you can have a foreign artist of the year and have I don't know, international. It could be a
You
Ghanaian.
know, so I think that the projecting the Ghana, image and the Ghana music for that matter, we're still a bit behind.
Is it like we don't value Ghana? We don't think anything good can come out
I
of.
think we value Ghana. We are like Charlie. We are in our own space. Let's not. And there's something called crabology. Crabology is when all the crabs are in the basket. One tries to go out, and then we will
Say, hey, where are you going?
Yeah.
Come back.
Over here in Ghana, you have to struggle to get to the top. Nobody wants to say, "Oh, you are going. Let me help you, push you up, so that when you get there." That's why when most of the others got to the top, it's difficult for them to help because they did it on their own.
Yeah.
They don't.
What are some of your really tough challenges, man, to rise to the top? Apart from Daddy not supporting and.
When I decided to support artists, to have a record label.
Goes on.
Highly spiritual music. It's not been easy at all because along the line, and there are many artists who have come through me, and then eventually your expectations are not met. I've had a series of issues. I may not be able to talk about this, but sometimes your joy is when you see an artist who came through you, who's doing pretty well, and your expectation is that there'll be a very good relationship. The fact that you're moving on should not destroy the relationship we had.
True.
And I always had that with my artist, so that's and for somebody to, I remember somebody called me and said, you're a failed what do you call it, executive producer.
How?
Yeah,
Failed.
Yeah. Straight. And this is like radio people.
They on air.
I'm telling you, it was so discouraging. I said, failed on what grounds?
Wow.
Your artists have not gotten where they're supposed to get to. I said, hey, give it time. And when it became big, they didn't come back to say that.
The person who was criticizing you, was he a record label owner?
Oh no, they are those Mafogan radio guys. It had nothing to do with it. And you see, I just woke up one day and I said, if I've done this with producers and they become very successful, let me just also, I see young artists, young talented artists who need help. Even though sometimes when you help them, so sometimes some of us don't want to do it again. But nothing stopped me from doing it. I've done it over and over. There are many artists I've put in, I've supported. You see.
Have you felt like giving up sometimes?
There are times that I wanted to use my studio crowd for Airbnb. I know this one can trend there. There are times that I wanted to stop.
The system was just pressing your neck.
Yeah, the narrative is that you raise people up and then it becomes something else. But I just knew that, listen, there are some of us, we are only supposed to help and not expect anything back.
Yeah.
My joy is that when I see artists I've raised doing pretty well, I go like, at least they came through something.
I was reading a book recently, just not too long ago. It's called Same as Ever by one Hauser. It says, the secret to happiness is low expectation.
Thank you, sir. And I like that. In fact, I low expectation, not expecting anything.
Yeah.
I think sometimes my expectation was like, Charlie, they will at least understand that. But now, I'm a strong guy. I've come to understand that it's not everybody you help that should come back and say thank you.
What even happened to Jesus?
Yeah.
The 10 people.
Chama himself went through it.
Chama said no sit
you don't sit up. So who am I? Who am I?
Yeah, but it's painful, man. It's painful because
it really is. Gratitude is, and I always say gratitude is not lip service. Gratitude is walking in what you have received. And for me, that is great gratitude. If you gave me a shoe and you always see me wearing the shoe, for me, that is gratitude. not say, not thank you, Kafui, for the shoe you gave me, and I will not wear it.
But wear it.
No, but wear it so you see it, everything. That's gratitude. You see, and that's what I believe that we're missing. People love to, there's lip service, yet behind you, they speak ill things against you. You know, yeah, and that's the narrative with our
the system. Who do you feel stabbed you in the back in the most painful way?
Oh, no. I think that you're pushing me to become emotional, but nobody.
But you're an emotional guy.
Uh,
Musicians are emotional.
Nobody can stab me in the back. I mean, I've had episodes of people not reckoning, or for want of a better word, respecting at least. But believe I don't see that. I see that as maturity. When you mature, there are some things you will not. So I don't have. There are not instances where I've been stabbed in the back that has really hurt me. No.
How's highly spiritual music doing?
Pretty well.
Now,
Who's
in the roster now?
Oh, we have some sweet young artists.
Tell me so I can start following them on YouTube.
Yeah. There's Joe Vibe.
Joe Vibe. What vibe? What kind of vibe does he give? What kind of music?
Rapper, dancehall, Afro. He's very talented.
Okay, Joe Vibe.
Very talented.
Okay.
And then Joyverse.
He's
super.
A lady?
No.
A guy. What does he do?
Afrobeat, high life.
Okay.
Very, very good.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Joe Vibe, Joyverse.
Yes.
Any ladies? Any bands?
No, not for now.
Okay.
Yeah, but the bands are coming soon. Our church choir is doing pretty well.
Okay.
And then we're going to put them on pretty soon. So there's highly spiritual music, and then there's Destiny music also. And
Destiny music is the church music.
Church, yeah.
Okay. Has anything come out from Destiny yet?
Oh, no, but we have some super written songs. So I've written some, and then my music director called Kelvin has also written some beautiful songs.
Is he the guy who was rehearsing on the piano?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then some other, people that have written nice songs that in just a matter of time, you see that on the market also.
So the Diana Hamilton's music that you produce, that's under highly spiritual, correct?
No, that's not under my label.
Okay.
But I just produce
you produce it for her.
her.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. What's it like working with her? I love her music, man.
Oh, one of I love her for one thing, and then it's not her general music, but her content, her lyrics.
Her words are good.
I mean, for me, she's a gospel artist.
She's basing it on the Bible.
Oh, her message is about Christ. You see, if it's not about Christ, it can still pass. But I won't call it gospel music. Right? And it's a bit controversial. But there are a lot of people who call themselves gospel music who are not, because their message is not Christ died, resurrected, and the benefits of it. Their message is motivation. And we should classify them as motivation.
As motivational music.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, inspirational and motivational.
And in the Christian, like I mentioned, we can have gospel, we can have inspiration, we can have love songs.
Yes.
Christians should do love songs.
Solomon with the big don't do that with of
when
love
you
songs.
read songs of Solomon, they are beautiful lyrics.
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful, but Christians don't. And then and when you attempt to do love songs, they'll hit you hard.
So you're secular.
But we are in love.
One time.
I mean, I've seen people do love songs and they hit them hard.
Really?
Oh yeah, Christian music. I remember. May he so rest in perfect. You know Danny I could walk into my studio and record about 4 or 5 love songs in a day. Love songs. Not I worship you, Lord.
Human beings can love. Human beings are supposed to love.
It heals marriages.
Exactly.
And heals relationships and all that.
And he was getting flack for that.
He could not release even one. I asked why. He said, listen, I know that they will nail me when I drop any songs like that because I'm a worshiper. And I said, that's what the problem is. You're a worshiper, but you are a lover. You have a wife. If you don't have one, you have somebody you are perhaps dating. And then not only that, Christians should have messages not about only, like I said, Christ died, resurrected, etc. But society. So that's how to make an impact, you know. So that if we're talking about secular music not good, or the reason why it's not good is because the lyrics are bad.
So where's the alternative? Yeah.
Where's the alternative?
Exactly. I mean, Song of Solomon should tell you that they are
let's
love
not
songs.
just say it. Proof. Alternative. Clean lyrics. Christian artists should be able to do that. And this thing, I've said it over and over until I see it. But when you attempt it, you will see that thing. Yeah.
What did the industry lose with the passing of Danny Nete?
Or hard. I mean, because a guy was something else. I had an opportunity to, work with him. I think he had too much in him, and then we had not explored even 10% of it. He had too much. He was a producer, an artist, a teacher, a lyricist, a singer. The guy was everything.
Songwriter.
Songwriter, everything. Like I said, Ghana, we lose people, and then we start thinking, this guy had this, this guy had that, you know.
And then we don't even remember them.
Unfortunately.
We don't even remember them.
Unfortunately. And we don't do, and I don't know why we do that. I mean, heroes are not remembered.
I spoke to one famous former boxer. He says Ghanaians have a talent for forgetting people who have achieved.
We are very, very talented in forgetting
what people have achieved.
Yeah, we're not grateful people. We're not. And for me, I wish that there could be a certain narrative that people be taught to be grateful, or we taught to celebrate. Oh, of course, celebrate, because you see, for instance, you have Shatawale. Go out there and project Ghana music. You should hold him in high esteem. Sarkodie, Stonebwoy. Look at these artists doing their best to push Ghanaian music. But we tend to. I remember I was sitting somewhere with Sarkodie and when at the washing bay, Intama, and then some students were passing, and just to say that, oh wow, Sarkodie.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And today.
It's the Ghanaian way.
Yeah.
And so what? You to feel big.
And so what?
Oh.
Sarkodie, and so what? Oh, so what?
Wow.
Yeah. There's a Ghanaian narrative.
But I've seen, and I hate to say this, but I've seen it happen at other places where when a big musician comes, it's like people are almost on the ground.
In Nigeria. And not far. Let's go to Nigeria. Not far. This Don Jazzy's brother, who at that time was not big.
The Prince.
I was in his car. And then the newspaper guy was selling newspaper. And then the guy just rolled down and then said, how are you? He said, how are you? The guy actually lied down on the street because he saw the Prince. Oh, Ghana, yeah, who are you? And Sarkodie, and so what? Oh, Kaywa, and so what?
What a system.
So we don't celebrate people.
We don't. We need to.
We only celebrate people when they are dead.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you go in most of our Ghanaian houses, we only paint their houses when you see somebody painting his house.
Who died?
Somebody died.
You ask who died.
Yeah. So can you imagine painting a house because somebody has made it in life? It doesn't really happen.
No, it doesn't.
No. And when you go to funerals,
all the good stuff comes out.
Oh yeah, they will never. So it's a Ghanaian
It's a way.
thing. And
can we change?
I pray. I hope so. And I believe that it will happen.
We're going to end with talking about your priestly side of things. But before that, one more last music question. You have to answer this one for me.
I'll try.
What happened to Azonto?
Hey. It's another... Okay, let me start like this. Like I said, we throw things away too quickly. That means that we don't celebrate what we have. You know that before High Life, there was palm wine music.
Only modems.
But when you hear palm wine right now, what comes into your mind? They say it's outdated.
Yeah.
No, the young ones don't want to hear it.
They don't want to play the palm wine.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Number 2, High Life came. And today, we virtually would not want to associate ourselves with High Life because we think it's for the oldies. You know, so when you say High Life,
it's too old. So Episode is really trying, but he's fighting against the current, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But High Life is our own. Same way when Azonto came, Azonto was ours.
What's the Azonto rhythm, man?
Same. It's like Afrobeat.
Okay,
yeah.
Maybe a bit faster, right?
Yeah, but you see, it's like you hear some funny sound.
Yeah. Electronic sounds.
Ours. It came with a dance.
Yeah, all the Jackie movements.
Came with the dance. Lately, I saw Davido dancing. His new music. He danced Azonto in it. See, look, all these things we had it.
Nigerians even tried to give it a different name.
Yeah. And then
Lingo or something.
So they are trying to. And then Azonto brought Akaida. Remember Akaida?
Yeah. Some jerky moves.
We threw all that away. If we don't stand on our grounds, even high life they will throw away. And then Ghanaians, when we sound like people who are not from Ghana, we respect you, Charlie. Yeah, you're
I've been
doing
hearing a lot
very
of
well.
Nigerian sounding music in the industry. I'm not excited
Yes.
because I get confused.
Yeah, and that is the they will applaud you.
That he's sounding different. Is it what you said, Ghana?
Somebody walked to me and said, "Your sound is Ghana sound." And so I said, "You want me to sound like what?"
Afghanistan or something, man.
You see,
your sound is Ghana sound.
Ghana sound.
Like an insult, right?
Yeah. Because it's not there. You know, the foreign one. What's the foreign one? You see, the Nigerians, that's a Nigerian sound.
Yes.
Because we're not projecting the Ghana sound, it's become in-house. There's a young producer who came to Ghana from Nigeria and said, they asked him about Ghana producing and said, "Oh, Ghanaians are trying."
What?
Oh, I prayed. I said, "God, thank you for changing me." I would have called and then said something to this guy. He said, "Oh, the Ghanaians are trying. They are not."
In your old days, what would you have done?
Oh, I'll phone in.
You phone in?
I'll phone in and I'll try and talk some. But you see, that's coming from, not from them, but it's what we have painted to them.
That's what people will reflect back to us.
When I was working with Don Jazzy, he said, there are two artists I want to work with. And I said, "Who are they?" You know what he said?
No.
Lumba. He said, "I want to work with Lumba."
Real recognizes real, man.
I said, you know Lumba? I said, "Hey, Omo! Lumba? He's a king, yeah." I said, so remember, I stepped aside, I called Lumba, I said,
How did they celebrate you for some place?
and then he said, "Sarkodie."
He wants to work with Lumba and
At
Sak.
that time, I had produced Sarkodie's song featuring Obrafo. We are saying, "Why are you so man?" And then they were just looking for the beat to do a remix on the beat. So whilst we're talking, I said, I produced it. I have the beat here.
Your level will go up.
I have it here. That me do
more.
Yes. You see, so how the Nigerians see us, we don't see ourselves like that.
Lumba and Sak. Those are the two he wants to work with. Who are the two you want to work with?
I want to work with?
Yes.
There's one I've never worked with, but I think we've spoken a couple of times, and I wish we do something. Dede. I never worked with him before. I worked with almost all of them. Almost every big artist you can ever imagine or talk about, but I've not done anything with Amashi before.
Yeah, that would be something.
Yeah, but I'll get to do something with him.
Have you done anything with Shatta before?
Not yet. Not yet. But we speak a lot.
I want to hear highly spiritual insight and a Shatta
No,
song.
I'm sure I just have to send him some beats. Because I remember the first day we spoke, he was like, I'm surprised Kaywa is calling me. I said, "Oh." We spoke at length. I think we spoke about 4 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What were you guys talking about?
No, music in general. And, I talk about him small. He talks about me small. We talk about how we can better Ghana music.
On the phone?
Positive, conversation.
Positive vibes.
Yeah, positive.
Do you think people misunderstand him a lot?
I think that he has a style.
Mm-hmm.
But when you speak with Shatta is calm.
Yeah, I know his calm side.
Yeah, very calm. But I mean, of course, it's an industry, so yeah.
What I admire is that he likes to fight for the Ghana industry.
You see, and anybody who does that, I until you get there, until you understand what he's talking about, you will never get it. Because why do we start everything yet it goes to the other side?
You know if you keep it.
No, we can't keep it. I don't understand why we can't keep it. Like I was telling you, over here we don't intentionally or deliberately crown a high life king. And that's our musical, our biggest.
That's our music.
Biggest. There's no high life king.
You have Big Band High Life, you have Sichi, you have...
Is there a Ghana high life king?
No.
Maybe I don't know.
No, I don't know.
But Nigeria will crown a high life king. In fact, Nigerians know it's a Ghanaian music style, but they have highly adopted in their crowning high life king in Nigeria.
Who would be your high life king? Now, as we speak.
Wow, Konimo. Yeah, of course, he deserves it.
I'm surprised people haven't remixed his music and kind of updated it.
I think I think that's because we
don't
same
value
narrative.
We don't value it.
We don't value it. Same narrative.
They'll turn up when he leaves the earth,
Yeah.
which is sad.
Unfortunately. And there's a few others who work with me, who come to me because it's high life. They want to do high life with me. And there's a way they say a look out their old style. Yeah. So there's a way we always
We were demeaning it, right?
the local stations in Ghana. So we have a way.
So your music is to be still Ghana.
I was talking to a preacher who said that, local movie. You see?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
Weird,
if we can make it work,
it's the mind.
Charlie.
Right?
Sometimes you get, emotional when you talk about these things, especially with Ghanaian music, Ghana music.
Yeah.
You push a narrative and push their seminars, or people have had seminars, people have had imparted knowledge, and you see, but there, and I think that the solution is it has to be a national
agenda, right?
Agenda. Yeah. Forget it if it's not.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be a national agenda.
If it's a national agenda, the narrative will change. Because Nigerians made it a national agenda. Mm-hmm. It became a law.
Push it.
And push the law.
Like the content law, right?
So not until recently I realized that Ghana we have laws. So. Like the rent law. You know that, you can't pay more than 6 months. I didn't know. Mm. But is it feasible?
It's not being regulated. Yeah.
But if you go to the UK, South Africa, 1 month,
yeah, and then you start
and then you pay for another month, so that if maybe there's something you spoil or something it is a law. It's happening. So young people can do something else with their money.
Yes, but we for
over here you for paid 2 years.
2 years. Your capital is gone.
If we didn't back, I was going to 3 years.
This for change, eh?
So a young man who's starting life would have to, look for a lot of money.
2 years.
2 years to go and pay.
When 1.5 years is up, then you're now thinking of the last 6 months and you for 5 money again. Whereas
1 month, I pay 1 month. And then I have some money, I can turn around, do business, Papa, and pay.
Yes, every month you pay your rent.
No, but you probably will pay.
Yeah,
Ghana for you.
Maybe that should be another song, man. Ghana for you. Charlie, Ghana for you. Let's wrap this up with your Osofo. So you're ordained.
Yeah.
So you went to school?
Yes.
How long did you go to school? When did you get the calling? What did this sound like? Apart from the encounter.
Apart from the encounter.
In the UK?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When I came, back in Ghana, there were times that you will, like in church, you just felt that, anytime you maybe led worship or something, you knew that there was something different about you. And so I was persistent. You see, to become a man of God, you can go to all the schools, but if you don't have, like I mentioned, a real encounter, you may not be able to become successful in that space. So it's very important. Had men of God. I've served under a lot of men of God. I've served under the Archbishop, Duncan Williams, as his music director. I've served at Baptist Church. I used to be a music director for 15 solid years. The narrative, when I started preaching as a preacher, most people thought this guy, he was doing,
we are seeing
you, and God said,
worldly music.
And then I went to school. No. Mine was different. Me.
Kaywa.
So that's the narrative. So that's how they
classify the whole thing.
But me, like, born in church, stayed in the church, served in the church. There were times that I had to produce secular music. And you ask me why, I don't know why. But I believe that I was trying to make sure that let's have clean lyrics, So, wasn't it? But I think that primarily the reason why God called me into this was my very space. Okay? Because through what God has given me, the grace He has anointed me with, there are many artists who have come to saving knowledge of Christ. And I mentioned Black Rasta. There are many people, you can talk to DJ Black, he will tell you. There are many people behind the scenes. Like I told you, because of that, they see a powerful impact in their lives even more. I remember when Black Rasta came to Christ, he wanted to meet the Archbishop so badly, but I contacted a bishop I knew who could just connect and then get him to the Archbishop. The bishop said, no, unless he cut his hair. And then he, he looks decent. And he quoted a scripture and said, the only way you can go to a king is to present yourself properly. I mean, and I said the same Bible says that the heart of a king is in the hand of the Lord. And here the Lord chooses how to turn it around.
We had Nazarenes too.
Jesus was one.
Yes.
And they don't cut their hair.
No.
And if you don't cut your hair, what will happen to your hair? It will
grow
lock. Yeah. So, so if God wants you to, I remember you used to shave your beard a lot, and then you started growing. So, wow. I'm sure people were talking about it. Everyone,
I know what my beard came.
I see.
Do you want to know?
No, tell me.
After JJ died.
Wow.
I started growing a beard.
Okay,
That's all.
I get it now.
That's it.
I get it now. I used to celebrate JJ, right?
Yes. That's it.
But some people were saying something.
Don't say things.
Something's
happening.
Let's check Kafui out though. Are you sure Kafui is okay?
Exactly.
So I think that my calling largely.
So what happened with Black Rasta?
Yeah, like I said, he had an encounter. We were in the studio.
But the hair thing. So what? He didn't shave.
He never had the
shaved the
opportunity
locks.
to meet him.
Because he hasn't shaved his locks.
No, he's never shaved it. And I would never encourage him to shave it.
Yeah. Because he also has his locks. He goes to church.
Yeah. If you go to America, there are many preachers who have braids, have locks. They even have earrings. They don't talk about it. But over here, you see,
you used to wear an earring back in the day.
No, me no, I've
never.
No,
never.
Why
do I think you had
I'm
one?
afraid of pain.
Why do I think you had one?
No, I never had one. Never had tattoos. Okay. I mean, even though I remember that there were times that I wanted to try it.
Tattoo?
Yeah. But
what would you have tattooed?
Oh, I wanted to tattoo the name Jesus on
your arm.
It was way back in London when I was like one of the top producers, and I went to pay for the tattoo, and then the day we went to do the tattoo, there was somebody in there who they were tattooing, and I was shouting. I said, hey! So this is a pen. I said, what is the guy writing? And I said, just doing some little. He was going to write it.
No, it's okay.
I won't do it again. But I left the money. I said, no. So I've not done that.
Yeah.
But so far, yeah, Black Rasta didn't have a chance to meet. But, I believe that he had a chance to meet Jesus. And for me, that is
more important.
That is. If you come to our ministry, there's a lot of young people who never met Jesus before. Yet they
it's a young church.
We're about 7 years.
Okay. In terms of age brackets.
You're a young church. I mean,
I think I'll be an ancestor if I
can. No. Oh, there are old people in the church also. I get you right. We have about
40-year-olds, 50-year-olds.
Even more. 60.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
okay.
60.
So broad range.
We have a service in our church called the Pidgin service. And in that service,
they talk Pidgin for the Pidgin service.
In that service, we speak Pidgin.
So.
We preach in Pidgin. We sing in Pidgin.
For real?
Yeah. So, and the first day we did Pidgin service,
people go come
see the streets. People from all walks of life.
I like that.
It's like, this is my ministry.
This is the Pidgin ministry.
Pidgin ministry. So people come and then.
So how do they pray for Pidgin inside?
I make
I hear.
Father, we thank you. Father, we bless you for what you do for us.
So.
We thank you because the people come small, the English become small.
What happens? The Pidgin service. Yeah. And it's popular, right?
Popular. Nice. And it's never happening. We try to read Bible scripture in Pidgin and all that, And And it was.
But now you have Google Translate, so you can actually put the first inside to
and then
translate
you
for
got you get it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get it. And some of the young people were like, "This is what
Did
we
they
expect.
hear?
This is what we want. This is ours."
It's talking to them.
Talking to them, and I'm talking about real transformation,
Yeah.
not
Cosmetic.
No, not cosmetic. Real transformation, real encounter. Real encounter. I tell people every time, it's not when they have come to church and said, "I accept Jesus as my Lord and personal Savior."
It's got to be real.
Wherever you find yourself, look at the people, who they are, how they operate. Get in there, bring a change. I mean, I believe God brought me here so that I don't just, usually we think God takes you out of them. No. God wants to use you in the midst of them for that kind of transformation. He wants to save many. So if you go on my Instagram, I have about 219,000 people.
It's a lot.
On my Instagram.
That's a lot.
So if I'm able to impart at least one person in a day.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so if you have the crowd, that's when God will use you.
Yep. So you preach?
A lot of times.
Are you preaching on Sunday?
Yeah, every Sunday.
When do you prepare your message?
I do it throughout the day. Sometimes I even do it on a Saturday and into a Sunday.
So what's the theme this coming Sunday? What are you going to be talking about?
So we're speaking. We are. There's a cross effect.
Okay.
You see, what the church, I believe, don't really talk about is what happened after Christ died, resurrected, and he left. What he did actually was that he came to live in you. And so if he's in you, the Bible says, because he lives, you can face tomorrow.
It's a song like that.
Christ in you, and Christ in you, the hope of glory. Okay? Which means that once Christ is in you, whatever is Christ has become you. Who Christ is has become you. So if nothing could destroy him, nothing can destroy you. So you see, that's the reality. That's a faith walk. So that makes Christianity more relevant and real. So you walk in that narrative, knowing that you don't have a normal person. You have Jesus Christ who lives in you. You get what I'm saying? And so lately I've been going on that tangent a lot.
Okay.
And I get a lot of people saying that this is like what we really want to hear, not just they bring the money and
You're fighting against a lot of perceptions about Christianity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
a lot of people have just given up. They think the church is a scam. They think that it's all about money. It's first collection, second collection, third collection, and the young people some are just tuning off. Yes. So what's your message to people like that? Don't
tune off. My point is that if somebody is taking first collection, second, when I have a problem with anybody who says that God says, bring me this money. When you are able to associate it with the fact that we obviously need money to run the church. You know, some churches have a lot of workers and they have to run it. And so when you are given to that regard, you know that it is, but there are people who will not, they don't want to give anything in the church because they would rather spend money elsewhere than in the church. Yes. But when you give, it goes a long way into helping people in our church. Over here, when I'm doing counseling, I'm not one who would tell you that, okay, you have a problem, maybe you need money to go and, start selling or something. And I say, go and fast for 3 days because God will meet you.
At the point of your need.
God will say, this money is for you to come from heaven like manna. No. At that given time, he needs like 1,000 cedis, 500 cedis. You have it in your pocket. You give it. That's a miracle right there. That's changing lives. Yeah. And that's what Christianity is all about. Practicality, changing lives. You see. Yes.
How many so in a full service, how many people can sit in your church?
Oh, maximum we're able to do about 300.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Yeah, minimum about sometimes 100, 150. When it's a prophetic service, it's always full.
Yeah, people want to hear.
Yeah, by our prophetic service, we preach Christ.
So.
Yeah.
So, in this industry, people still surprised that you're a pastor as well.
Oh, now.
In the beginning, what was it like?
They have left me alone.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, everybody was surprised.
Except you.
No, I wasn't. I just knew that this is, because it's not anything. And people, you get this a lot. You want to make money.
They tell you that.
Oh, people have come. Oh, business.
Oh.
Yeah. And if you come to our place, some of our pastors will tell you that over here we give and we take. We give a lot. We take care of people that we take from people. You see. So I'm not into this because I want to make money. No. Otherwise, I would have stayed in my, spending more time in producing music.
Maybe so.
Yeah. It's just the impact. People knowing Christ, the relevance, the relevancy of it, knowing him, having an encounter with him, who he is, and the projection or the painting of Jesus as somebody who, it's a fallacy, it's not true, all those things. So we bring reality into the conversation that he's real. He's not, he's real. God is real, Jesus is real, the Holy Spirit is real.
You get to sometimes perform, like drum?
Oh, in church, sometimes I play when
When was the last time you drummed, man? That was your first instrument.
Oh, I sometimes do in church, but lately I've not done. When we came to our new place, I've not really drummed in church. But yeah, but in our old place, yeah. Oh, yeah. And sometimes when we started, I'll play and go and preach and go back. Yeah.
I see you using your left hand a lot. Are you left-handed?
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
Did anybody try to change you? That's the story in Ghana.
I
They're trying to change you.
I was beating for that.
For being left-handed?
Yeah.
Who beat you?
I think it was my sister B.
Because you gave her something with your left hand?
No. Once you're writing with your left, there's a problem. With the narrative was that it's a curse to write with your left. So, yeah. But, you see, I do strenuous things with my left.
Yes.
Like I drum with my left. I lift with my left, but I write with my right.
Oh, you write with your right?
Yeah.
You can't write with your left?
No, I can't write with my left.
Oh,
I used to write with my left, and then they changed it. So now I write with my right.
You have the same story as my younger brother, Victor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Same thing?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. He does a lot with his left, but he writes with his right. I think somebody tried to change him because my parents didn't try to change him.
They
was probably in school.
Back in school.
Was it terrible to be a left-hander in school?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, there's a narrative.
So you're cursed.
Yeah. But,
You're definitely not cursed, man.
No, I'm not.
You're blessed.
Left-handed people are talented, are gifted.
Yeah, because you're right brain. So that's where all the creative stuff is.
Exactly. Yeah.
David Kojuche.
Yes, sir. Mr. Kafui Dey.
AKA Kaywa.
But you see, you have to tell them that you're a producer also. And you're a piano player, a keyboard player. There are times we've done stuff in the studio.
In the studio.
Let's change.
I've done jingles and things.
Can I ask you some questions?
You can go ahead.
So how long have you been doing this as a keyboard player?
Oh, ever since I was a kid, I can always remember there was a piano in the house. My father always had a piano.
I came to your house and I saw the piano.
Always. It's always.
Yeah,
it's a standard piece of furniture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's a very strong impact your father put in, and especially your brother.
Yes, Victor.
Every time, the first time I played with him, I remember we played in a jazz club. And there's a bass player called Gautier.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
Togolese guy. Ivorian.
Ivorian. And I was a drummer.
Yes.
They said there's some wicked drummer in Tema, and they took me and went to play in the
jazz club.
I could play everything, but there's this bebop. I don't know whether you know that one.
Very fast. Yeah, very fast.
And that one, if you're a drummer, you have to ride quickly in it.
Quickly.
So when we started playing, and the guys were going, and I was going with them. But I stopped. I couldn't go with that.
Those guys just played crazy.
And when I stopped, they were still playing. They were not even looking at me. They had to catch up. So when we closed, it was like, "What? You say you're a drummer? No. You play this thing. You know how your brother talks, right?
Talk like a gangster.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So how did your mother take this also?
Me being
music. You the mother.
She liked it. I mean, her husband was a keyboard player, and all our brothers were. All my brothers were all players. Yeah. So, you want to interview me now?
I know, right? I know. Yeah,
Charlie, I really enjoyed this chat.
I really did too.
And I'm thinking, so when the beat finally stops, our time here is over. How would you want people to look back and say, that guy? What do you want people to remember?
The one who, I like impact. And I believe that what is usually is what you say. It's very, very important because your words are you. So I'm very careful with the things I say. And every word that is dispensed out of my mouth should bring change in somebody's life should turn somebody's life around. I don't play that with that at all. Apart from that, I also believe that your lifestyle should impact other people's lifestyle. So I make sure that I try as much as possible to teach people to work in that narrative. Above all, you are only blessed when you become a blessing. So I see people heaping finances, heaping gold, heaping whatever, yet they don't give. Your ability to put in people makes you successful. You are only successful when you help others. So if in your entire life you cannot impact or help people, I don't believe you're successful. So I push that narrative a lot. And in the studio, in church, they will all tell you that. I keep telling them that don't look up to me. Don't think that I am like, this is the superstar. No, we are all superstars. I told them in church that the anointing on my life is not anointing Pro Max. It's the same anointing in your life. The Bible says that in the last days I pour out my spirit on all flesh, and then your sons and your daughters will prophesy. I, the Lord, will pour out my spirit on all flesh, not some flesh. And then it says that your sons and daughters will prophesy. So you see, if everybody was prophesying, we would respect prophecy.
So.
But some of us are not prophesying, so we think it's fallacy. But prophecy is not for some group of people. It's for everybody. When you walk in that, you will know that it's real. So you see, it is important to walk in that narrative.
I thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
God bless.
Mr. Day!
The super producer, sound engineer extraordinaire, and ordained pastor, David Kojo Shea, a.k.a. Kaywa.
Yes, sir.
Highly spiritual.
Yes, sir.
Take care, man.
Thank you, sir.
Hope you enjoyed the conversation. My name is Kafui Dey. God bless.